Hello, everyone, and welcome to a fabulous Tuesday.
We're back.
If you missed yesterday's stream, you can get a live reaction and unboxing to the Classic Battles product. But today, we're going to be continuing to dive into Blitz. We're preparing for the Vegas Call-In team event this weekend. Super excited about that. Of course, tons of spoilers continue.
Yeah, it's nuts out here. It's
interwebs.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Did you see that hat?
Yeah, but tell me
Did you
everything.
see that chest piece for Wizard?
So hold on, I don't know.
It was magical.
What
We got a staff that's like a galaxy based, you know. I came in hot today. I'm refreshed.
You are. You look very fresh.
Yeah,
Hair's looking good. You got the curls going on. Or did you put product in that or something? Or
just shampoo and conditioner. But
first time or
yeah. After all these years, yeah. I didn't know I had curly hair for a long time, and then I found it out.
Yeah.
Get my haircut, and they're like, "You have really curly hair. Do you use these kind of products?" Like, no.
Okay.
Just whatever.
Yeah, you got kind of that Momoa thing now. It's very nice. We like it.
All right, I'll work on the sleeve next.
We've got some, and being like 6'8" and massive.
And massive, yeah, and ripped.
We've got
and charming. Don't get the charm.
There's a lot needed, actually. It's a work in progress.
Oh Lord.
We're gonna do some previews. We'll cover some preview cards that have come out since the last time we spoke, which was yesterday, which is crazy. The stream yesterday was wild. We covered just about everything you could imagine. So if you missed that,
previews, ProQuest, Classic Battles, then we played some Blitz, and then we quickly finished the stream so we could pivot and point people to the DM Armada preview.
Yeah,
which was another dragon.
Oh, it was the Denial Dragon. Oh man. So I remember this. I think there's 8. Maybe 7, because there's a 6 cost, a 5 cost, a 4 cost, a 3 cost, a 2 cost, a 1 cost, a 0 cost.
That'd be 7.
7.
Yeah.
There might also be I don't think there's a 7. Nobody wants a 7 cost dragon.
7
That's
cost
too many.
is a 4-card hand.
Yeah,
that's really. It's you know what it is? It's the 3-card hand with a tunic.
Yeah. There you go. I can see that.
Or potions, etc., etc.
So we're gonna cover some previews. We catch up the previews as much as we can before we get on the stream. And so I don't know if we have the most recent, but we're going to start from where we were, and then
Mason saying 10 dragons so far.
Well, then I was strictly wrong.
We even got the machine dragon.
There's a machine dragon?
Yeah, least appealing thing I can imagine.
Oh man, yeah, gross.
You know what? Robotic dragons, people are into it, but there's like it's the guardian of wherever Dash is from.
What?
We'll get to it. We'll just show it.
I don't like machines, man.
Hey, when we pop a card, when I say like iron out legs, is that going to auto do it or are we on manual? We got Bryce 1.0 back in the studio for the preview portion, I believe. But I'm curious. We have this new setup. I left for 2 weeks. I came back and things are different. There's this giant monitor behind the camera.
Yeah, no, this monitor won't show us the pops, but that one will show us.
How nice that would be?
We could do that. I'm sure Jonathan could figure that out.
I could read that.
If you never want the actual subscription UI to get finished, you can keep having us work on these things.
Hey, I didn't tell you guys to do any of this. I came back and there was a new screen. I'm asking questions.
I mean, I'm saying anything's possible.
That's dangerous.
Anything's possible. Yeah. It's just a matter of time, right?
Yeah.
You know enough
time,
developers.
effort, energy, resources, etc.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get my phone charging over here. So let's cover these previews. Can you pull up your stuff on
Galactus had a hilarious. Yeah, I can pull it up on Discord. Okay. Galactus had a hilarious comment. Our team name should be How Low Will They Go? Zach's trying to get his hair to his waist, and Steven's going to get his buttons down to his belly button. Who gets there first?
It's true. I had that.
That's funny. That's very funny.
I had that top button. It was down. It was off. I usually have my shirts like this. You know, because I'm cool. You know,
it's a little relaxed.
I'm a hip guy.
Not too relaxed though.
You know, like I'm coming in from a hard day's work.
Now,
you know, and
Jason
maybe I roll
Moa
up a sleeve or something.
Could go one more button, it'd be totally fine.
Easily, yeah. We're gonna be cool for that. But then I buttoned it, and then I was like,
a little stuffy.
I thought, well, that kind of looks like I'm just some.
I mean, your voice immediately gets a little more nasally.
Yeah, I have a tech issue. Yeah, so I don't know.
You're one button away from being able to wear a tie. I mean, it's crazy.
I feel like I need a button right here. But instead, I'll just
get a custom button sewn in there. Lord, well, if you can't tell from the banter today, it's going to be a wild one. So buckle up, and you ready to look at some cards?
Yeah, let's look. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna scroll up until I see a card. The first card.
Should we both? I don't feel like we can both be on this at the same time.
All right. Here we are. Are you ready for this?
I'll have to monitor chat, and you can monitor. Pocknot, great comment. Keep it buttoned up. You look like a Kano player that way.
Perfect.
That's funny. In fact, most of the Kano players I know are pretty wild people.
Yeah.
Actually.
I played against a Kano round 1 in Indy, and we sat down, and I had an inkling he was a Kano player.
Yeah.
You could just tell there was an energy there.
Just like the Azalea players.
Yeah. They're actually great people.
Yeah, all of them really nice. Yeah. They don't have anything to prove.
I played against an Azalea this weekend.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Well, for me.
Very nice.
Yeah, all right. On that note, Tome of Firebrand. We saw this yesterday, but I think this is the last card we saw.
We did.
An instant, 1 cost. Play it only if you control 4 or more Draconic Chain Links. Draw 2 cards.
Yeah, and it doesn't block. Now this is relevant. It doesn't block. Yeah. It's red. It's the worst possible card aside from the text. You know what I mean?
Besides the fact that it says draw 2 cards.
It pitches the lowest. I don't know on this one.
So, to me,
high risk, high reward. You net 1 card here.
Anytime you have draw any is a playable card. Draw 2 is a really good card. Mm-hmm. That said, it almost feels like a win more card.
I agree.
Because if you get to the point where you're playing this, now that might be how these decks win. Because you have the Phoenix Flame. Mm-hmm. So maybe getting to Chain Link 4 is easier than we expect it to be. Yeah. You have a Tunic counter sitting there. You play this. You draw 2. If you've already got 4 Chain Links going, every card in your deck is probably like super good at that point. No matter what you're drawing.
Yeah.
So anything that draws cards is already on the...
If it is a stacky thing, you get closer to that stack. Mm-hmm. I mean, trading out a blank card for 2 almost guaranteed attacks.
And I mean, it's like the Tome of Divinity into Tome of Divinity moment, where if you pitch to blue, maybe to play a 1 cost, you use the second one to play this. Mm-hmm. You draw into another one, you get another 2 cards, and all of a sudden, or you get like Art of War. You just have all these things that can stacks on stacks on stacks, right? To filter, because you really want to get, from what I can tell, those 3 Phoenix Flame into this card as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. Because you have cards that search it out and or get it back over and over, and then now you just have turn after turn of these big cycles. But
clearly, this is gonna be in a lot of lists.
Yeah,
and then maybe out. But like, who blocks?
That's a good question.
If you're going to Chain Link 8, you're not blocking. You know what I mean? Like, so everything in this is telling us. But then again, all of these, like, anytime you have a concept and then you take it to the extreme, usually it's not actually where you want to be.
Yeah.
Usually you want to kind of pare it back and keep it a little more under control. So this might be a too far, pushing it too far in the aggro direction card, or it might not. You don't know.
Time will tell. It's really a matter of how easy it is to get that 4th Chain Link and still have cards left.
Yeah.
In my mind, that seems very challenging.
Have we covered the weapon yet? Is it's later on the list?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's relevant.
We have Invoke Thamai, which I believe was the Armada's card that he previewed.
It was, and actually notable on the Chain Link thing, don't forget that old Phi can use Kodachis. Mm-hmm. Right? So let's not sleep on that.
You're at 2.
I mean, you got blue zeros for days in this card.
And you've already got that resource flooding for that card draw. Well,
maybe you don't, because apparently all the Draconic cards only show up in red.
Here's the issue. Tome of Firebrand says, only if you control 4 or more Draconic Chain Links. Okay. So they already thought about it.
They got it.
Yeah.
They got us.
Thank goodness.
They got us.
4 is easy to get to with 2 Kodachis.
Yeah.
Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
4 Draconic is a lot harder to make happen. But still possible. All right. Invoke Thamai, 2 cost. Transform, an Ash token into Thamai. Has go again.
Blocks for 3. Here's the thing. You're going to be blocking with these cards a lot.
Oh, yeah.
These Invoke cards. You're going to in Sealed, everybody's going to lose. Myself included. Dromai. Because it's like, this is like my dragon. No. And then you're like, I don't want to block with it. And then you're going to hold it and you're going to block with 2 cards you actually could play. It's going to come to your turn and you're going to be like, okay, I'll arsenal this thing and then I'll go draw up again. And then you're going to have to try to block again. And then eventually you just lose and the dragon never came out. I think you're going to have to be very liberal with blocking with these things.
I think especially in like pre-releases and Sealed and for Arya and stuff, so many of the games that I won were just because my opponent was... more interested in playing out their cards in a fun way than blocking.
That's right.
I get it. It's new cards, and it's like, I see this combination of things I can do.
Yeah.
But then they're like, I'll take 8, and then I'll send 8 back at you. And then it's just like, well, I'll block 8. Now I'm 8 health ahead.
That's right. Yeah,
and then you better continue making me block every turn. If that train ever stops...
The train stops in Sealed.
It does stop.
Yeah, it always
it's like
stops.
The next round, they're like, I'll swing for 4. It's like, okay, I'll take 4. Now I'm way ahead. Thanks for playing. Anyways, I agree with you. Let's see what Thamai does, though. 3 attack, 4 health. Mm-hmm. Opponents can't play cards or activate abilities during your turn.
This is the scariest one for me so far from a game design
It's got that
angle.
keyword on it. Can't.
Yeah, so the good thing is like all of these cards that are pushing certain elements of game design, at least as I would define them, we would define them with the Power 7 and various things, is they are doing a good job of at least baking in release valves, where there are ways to get these things off the board. Now, the problem with a card like this over time is that how long is it going to take until you have things in the game that prevent your opponent from attacking, or like you have a dragon that says you can't do X, and then you also have an aura that says you can't attack Y, and then eventually you get to a board state where these things are just statically there and you can never get rid of them. But as long as you can just attack this and nobody can mess with that, acceptable.
I mean, I think can't is a really dangerous word.
Always.
But with all of, like, we're talking about the Power 7 on the podcast series, with all those things, I think how you use them and understanding your first principles of your game is really important. So the thing I that makes me comfortable with this is it stops you from doing cards and activate abilities during your turn, which is not normally a moment that most players are messing with you anyway. Like, you can still block. So, like, it's a very specific pocket of abilities it's targeting.
Instance, primarily. Yeah.
And you have to get this thing out, which is not going to be it won't be super hard, but it takes setup to get to this. It's not just like you do something, I immediately cancel it out of hand.
Yeah, for sure.
The other thing, which you're correct on, is that the key of the game is the attacking and blocking trades. And so the fact that this is an attackable aura, is not an aura, illusion, I guess, an ally that, unlike Prism, it doesn't cost you go again when you attack it.
Yeah.
4 is the magical number.
Yeah.
There's going to be, like, you have a scar for a scar with go again. Getting rid of this cost me a scar.
Yeah.
Which really is costing me 4 damage. I could have sent it to you, and maybe I don't even care. Maybe I'll never do an ability on your turn or whatever. So it's as close as you can get.
Yeah, it's unusual. I think for this game, usually you would expect it to say they cost an extra money or they've got to discard a card to do it or whatever, but... Yeah. Can't scary. I mean, like, this is the kind of card where 2 years down the road, it's like, oh no, we've created a prison situation where board state can be created that shuts certain heroes out of being able to win.
And then, banned.
Maybe not. And Kano's the one that's got to look at that and be like, okay, so I can't do anything on your turn.
Yeah, and
Bummer.
It's going to get weird for Kano.
Yeah,
There's a lot of weird things happening here. Even the fact that you can remove these things by attacking them with enough damage. He's not good at that.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We haven't seen those spells yet. I think there are some actually spoiled recently.
Yeah, like you can damage any target.
Yeah, defense reactions as well. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They were kind of...
Who even plays the reaction
not in vogue
You know what I mean?
anymore. Certainly not in Blitz.
The only thing you can do with it is block? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just kidding. There's a time and a place for it. Take the tempo. 1 cost... Ninja action attack.
Pretty overt name, isn't it?
That's right. I wonder what it does. 5 damage, 3 block. Let me repeat that. 1 cost, 5 damage, 3 block.
Okay.
And notably, this is just a ninja card, so all ninjas can play this card. 1 for 5 that blocks for 3.
Okay,
Let me reiterate.
Yeah, 1 for 5, 3. It doesn't have native go again, though.
Well, I don't know yet.
Because this is the same model as like Bingo, for instance. Same exact template.
Yeah, 1 for 5 that blocks for 3 is a
That's
good
rare.
stat line.
In fact,
is Bingo even that?
Yeah, it's a 153. That's why it's majestic.
I thought it was 2.
No, I've looked at it in a lot of weird ways in Warrior Lines for that reason.
Let's read the effect. When take the tempo hits, if you've hit 3 or more times this combat chain, banish the top card of your deck. If it's an attack action card, you may play it until the end of your next turn.
Free card draw. It's card draw.
Yeah.
No discount, no nothing. You just basically draw a card, but you have to use it that turn.
Yeah, and no built-in go again, but man, is this card good.
Yeah, I think it's super solid. It's we're going to have to get really good at chain links. It's very similar to when you're playing Kano, and it's like, so when Kano starts tracking the damage you're taking during the turn, it tells you something, right? It's like, if he's not tracking for blazing, because heaven forbid you go back and say, how much damage did this spell four spells ago do?
Good Kano players will do 2 things.
They'll track it every time or never.
They'll always track it. I think they just always track it. The other thing is, if you're writing it down,
yeah,
they'll make a line after every round.
Yeah.
so that they're naturally tracking how much health you've lost this round without having to be overt about it.
True. Can't do that with chain links hitting.
I'll say mechanically, I do not like the second half of this, which is you banish an attack that you can play until the end of next turn.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because that banish zone has to be in a different space.
So it's like, did I banish this turn or last turn? And you get those long chain links, and it's like, and if you do back-to-back turns of banishing, you have a stack of banish cards, and it's like, well, which ones?
Yeah.
It's not, it's fine.
Yeah.
But those kind of like weird things you just have to kind of remember.
Yeah, I feel that.
Make me a little nervous.
Yeah. But card's good. I mean, it's basically a card draw, right? Can't hate it.
Searing Emberblade. This is the new weapon, common. We're going to see a lot of this in the sealed and draft season. Once per turn action, 2 cost attack. Comes in for 3, 2-handed. If you control 2 or more draconic chain links, Searing Emberblade has go again.
Yeah.
Now, this is a draconic ninja weapon, so I assume it is the second one.
You know what's crazy? I mean, it just makes you realize how insane Rosetta Thorn is. It just does, doesn't it? It's crazy.
Dude, this is a 2 for 3. That if it's your second attack, you basically have go again. Built in.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
2 for 3 go again. Yeah, it is
Rosetta,
good. But Rosetta Thorn's crazy.
Rosetta Thorn is crazy, yeah.
It's nuts. 1 for 4? Anyway, yeah, it's good.
Conditional.
This is a fine. Love it.
1 for 4 split damage conditional. But
yeah, but you know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3.
This is gonna look great in cold foil.
It's a draconic attack as well, right?
That's the important thing.
So it can get the buff off of that one card that buffs all your stuff. 2 for 4 go again is real good.
Yeah. And it just being a draconic chain link is going to be important.
Yeah. But again, look at this. 2 to use your weapon. So if you think you're rolling in all reds...
No way, man.
No way.
Yeah.
You better pitch a blue on every turn.
I'm telling you.
Pay 0, 0, 1, 2 for the sword swing, 0. And there, off you go.
Well, let's look at this next one. Crown of Providence.
You know, I have a lot of thoughts about this.
Well, let's read it, and then you can, bask me in your opinion, I guess. Blocks for 2. It's a headpiece, competing with the Arcanite Skullcap, of course. It's a legendary. First legendary of the set we've seen. I think there's 5. No, there's 6 in this set.
6 legendaries?
I think there's 6 legendaries, I believe.
Wow.
When you defend with Crown of Providence, you may put a card from your hand or arsenal on the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw a card. Blade Break. Block once, gone.
So block for 2 guaranteed.
Filter.
You can filter your current hand and save your arsenal, or you can have 5 defending cards on that turn as well. So this would be actually really good in a lot of those instances where you need to block out chain at the end of the game or those kinds of things.
Because you get the arsenal under, and then you get the card. It's kind of like a mini Crown of Seeds.
It's a mini crown, yeah.
So now you have an extra card to block with.
Technically 15, technically 17, because you're using the helmet on that turn too.
The thing I immediately thought of was they come at you for 6 with Command and Conquer. Block for 2, take 4, arsenal goes under, draw a card. They don't get the effect of destroying your arsenal.
It is good. I think I would run this over Skullcap in a great mini builds, particularly like I've been dealing with Kasai a lot, and I'm finding that it's a very much a get on top of the tempo deck, especially into a lot of these control decks. And so you just never have cap for 2.
Yeah.
You have Skullcap for 1, and that's that's end of what it does. So I would definitely run this in builds that are trying to get on top of the score and not let up.
Yeah, I also think the heroes that 5-card hands are super important for.
Sure. Yeah.
One of the ways you attack that is by targeting their arsenal with something like Disable or Command and Conquer. So being able to know that you're going to have the 5-card hand. The other thing is, like for Briar, this might be a perfect include. She's really aggressive. She'll be ahead on health a lot. This is guaranteed to. It can fix bad hands.
Yeah.
Like you can put, you draw too many Tome of Harvest, you put it in Arsenal knowing that, like, you're going to be able to get rid of it kind of a thing.
I do like effects like this being around. There's kind of filtering effects that let you have, like, escape those situations where you draw the all-red hand.
Yeah.
Or otherwise kind of just have a variance-driven drop in tempo. I like being able to fix that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think beyond this thing looks awesome. This is going to look really good in cold foil. I'm gonna be honest.
Isn't it?
It's going to be painfully good.
Yeah.
But I really do like, it reminds me of Earthlore Bounty from the last set, where you have these older legendaries that you're competing with in these slots, which means player choice, but also for newer players, it's really helpful. Because if they just buy into this one set, they actually have a piece that is comparable in some way, even just 2 block. Like a lot of times, Arcanite Skullcap is just 3 armor. So this is that.
At its best, it's 3 armor.
This is that with it's 2 with a side effect, like a positive side effect. So this is right in the pocket.
Yeah.
And it's going to be cool to see over time. Eventually we'll have 6 helmets, right? That are like potentially in this slot, maybe?
Yeah, and why is it you think that, and maybe it's the case for boots too, but it seems like that helmet slot is just, it's like the class helmets just aren't good enough, at least for the heroes that I've been playing.
Some of them are really important, right? So Mask of Momentum,
yeah,
great example of just like super good. Halo of Illumination
maybe it's
is
just
also
what
relevant.
I've been playing, yeah. It's probably just the heroes I've been playing.
I'm trying to think.
Because like...
Especially Aggro Dash needs to run Visor Drawing.
Yeah, Aggro Dash does. Even like in, maybe it's just because we've been playing more Blitz. It's a skull cap at a blocking value. It just becomes higher value.
This in Blitz, though, if you swing for 15 on turn 1,
yeah,
and you can guarantee it blocks for 2 still, is relevant.
Yeah, true.
And when you have 3 turns, the card filtering is very powerful.
Yeah.
So, but again, that's what I'm saying. It's not clear. It's not like an obvious, this is A
It's
or
not
B.
100%.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah,
I do like
just threading it. And it's crazy. It's just a little effect.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I love it.
It's a great example of really the power of the design of this game. How similar is this to Skullcap, but how very different it is, and how totally playable it is.
And that AB3 sometimes is relevant too.
Totally
Let's
is.
not sleep on that.
Yeah.
Ooh, there might be a world where you run both in the sideboard. Ugh.
Sure.
Yikes.
Rising Resentment. Draconic Ninja action attack. 0 cost, 3 damage, 2 block. When Rising Resentment hits, you may banish an attack action card from your hand with a cost less than the number of Draconic chain links you control.
Okay.
1 chain link has to be 0 cost.
Yeah, which is most of them so far that we've seen.
If you do, it costs 1 less resource to play, and you may play it this turn.
So your max value is usually going to be on the second chain link. You're able to get a 1 cost, and you can play it for free, which is wonderful.
Yeah, because it has built-in a 0 for 3 with Go Again.
Yeah, that's the Draconic template, right? I think that we've appreciated now. 0-3-2 with Go Again seems to be the template that they're using.
One of the interesting notes that I meant to mention yesterday, we have not seen a non-red pitch card.
Yeah.
Out of Draconic.
Yeah. I think that's the game. I think all the Draconic specific cards are only in red.
Do you realize how many unique cards that means we're getting?
That's true.
Because when they say the set is X size, usually it's like most of those are really divided by 3-ish. Let's just say like 75% are divided by 3. So if true, even all those dragons are like, we're just getting one version of it, right?
Yeah.
So that's just like one card. It's really crazy.
Is that generic or is that Draconic? These are all Draconic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all Draconic. Okay.
Mounting Anger, Draconic Ninja action attack. 4 attack, blocks for 2, 1 cost. When it hits, you may banish an attack action card from your hand with a cost less than the number of Draconic chain links you control. If you do, it gains +1, and you may play it this turn.
Yeah, there's just going to be chain link madness, man. It's going to be nutty.
Yeah.
Banish and go, and banish and boom.
It's really flexing on the chain link reality and how important managing the chain is going to be. So they can't break the chain.
Right.
So it sounds complicated, but it's going to be really easy to see. There's 3 Draconic chains.
Yeah.
Or links in the chain kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then you have all this stuff is like, oh, we'll have 3. And you're quickly going to...
I can play a 3 cost or less. Yeah.
Engulfing Flame Wave. 2 cost, 5 attack, 2 block. So that's the 0 for 3, 1 for 4, 2 for 5, all blocked for 2. When Engulfing Flame Wave hits, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an attack action card with cost less than the number of Draconic chain links you control, banish it, you may play it this turn.
A lot of top of deck stuff.
Yeah.
It's like really rewarding. It's kind of how they do Threshold in this game, where they really reward you for going heavily into the theme and the kind of the heart of the deck, but you also risk the fact that you can't pay for it much.
Yeah.
So like that's going to be a beautiful pivot point for deck building. It's like how high do I want the odds of hitting on these banished top card effects versus how much do I want to guarantee I have resources to fuel an entire turn off 1 card versus do I run Fate Foreseen and Seek Horizon and these older kind of cards that are going to put cards on the top of my deck that I know I get to banish.
Yeah.
Seek Horizon makes a lot of sense in this build, by the way. It has never worked previously.
Because you play it and you get to put something on top.
Yeah, 0-4, put something on top, go again. So it fits into that mold, but then you guarantee that your banishes hit. So you lose a card, but then you gain it back
Yeah.
And so it's a 0 for
It's the
4.
old chain math where,
Yeah.
you know, Art of War, you don't really lose the card. You just kind of save
You
it.
just save it for later. That's right.
Next up, we have Invoke Chromai.
Notable, before we keep going, Fabrica. Spoiler is active, happening now, it sounds like. So guys, post up the text of the card over here if we can see it. Or I may go try to watch it.
All right.
I love those guys.
We're going to take a minute. If you aren't aware of Fabrica, go check them out.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome channel.
It's crazy being live and having spoilers just keep hitting.
Yeah, man. Nope.
I get off stream, there's like a big, like lots of text messages coming in and messages on our Discord channels and stuff.
All right, the premiere. 1 minute. All right, we can cover a card in 1 minute.
I'm going to link them in chat.
Yes. See Gruder over there. Fabrica in their own chat. I see that. How do I link in this device?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know either. Oh, I gotta press the share button probably. Okay, here we go. Copy link. Hitting the chat up here. Boom. There we go. All right. We have 45 seconds. We can get one in the pipe here.
I'm gonna join you.
Okay. What was the card we were talking about? Flame Gulf.
Invoke
Golf War?
Oh, Invoke Chromai. Oh, we're about to talk
Chromai.
about that dragon with like 1,000 wings.
That's the mechanical dragon.
Is it? Oh, is this the one that does the action point?
The flavor text is the dragon of engineering, said to soar over the metrics rust belt.
Was that all spelled correctly?
Yes, and the wrong guy. Huh? It looks like it.
Okay, because the apparently the Volcor historians not accurate in at least modern day
It's really
English.
the game within the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that they have a different way of writing.
Yeah, those Volcor spell checks are not happening.
No, they didn't invent spell check.
I
in
love the
Volcor.
idea of like a multiplayer character at some point coming out that's a Volcor like historian that cannot spell. Mm-hmm. Would love.
A new dragon, Zach.
I just want to know.
Are you live? You're not live.
Are we
It's an earth dragon. Ah! Why are they getting every element out of ash?
It's illusions.
They're going to
man.
get a water dragon.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to have to die. I'm going to be dead on table.
Yeah, just dead on table. DOT. Steven's dot.
Okay, hold on. 3 attack, 3 health, enters the arena with an endurance counter. Wait. No, go back. Go back.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
If it would be...
Oh my gosh, that Marvel version of this is disgusting.
If this thing would be dealt damage, remove an endurance counter from him to prevent 3 of that damage. So it comes in with an endurance counter. So you have to attack it twice. It forces you to attack it twice for at least 3 or more.
And he's got like...
Or attack it once for 6.
What is it? What do you call...
That was it. Wow, there it was.
Is it antlers? What does a moose have?
Here it was. Here it goes. Antlers.
Is it antlers?
What did the fox
it's
say?
It's gone.
There it goes.
What happened?
Well, you can rewind it. It's an earth dragon. Yeah, you can
Dude, you see
you
those
full screen it.
antlers?
It looks amazing. There's going to be a water dragon, Zach.
I have a problem.
There's going to be a water dragon.
I
I thought this was fire stuff, and they're going to give him earth, fire, wind, mechanics.
mechanics.
There's only one way to get a dragon in this, and it's to play a fire hero?
Well, it's to play a fire illusionist, man.
Why don't we have an elemental illusionist for this?
Man, all I know is I'm along for the ride.
Or a water illusionist?
Here's what I know. We talked about this yesterday, but last night I could not get it out of my brain. So, Kasai, Viserai, who else we got?
Dromai.
Dromai, all these characters from Volcor.
Yeah.
So I went back and I was reading through the Viserai lore last night. He's 100% from Volcor,
Yeah.
and he's 100% going to be reborn, like a phoenix. He's coming back to,
As a dragon?
I'm telling you, man, a phoenix or a dragon. I don't know what it is, but we're going to get a draconic rune blade, and it's going to be Viserai, and I'm going to be dead on the table. Dead on table. I'm telling you, it's going to be gross. I hope we get it in the supplemental set.
I think we're going to say dead on table a lot for the next, 10 years.
Yeah,
I think it's now a thing, by the way.
It has become a thing.
I've got you dead on table, man.
Dead on. If you have that razor reflex, I'm going to be dead on the table. And then get your phone out and you pre-dial 911.
Oh, it is a draconic illusionist, therefore you get dragons. That does follow.
Yeah,
That's on me.
That does check out.
It does check out.
Speaking of which, you want to talk about the Invoke Chromai?
Yeah. What's it up to?
0 cost, 3 block, transform an Ash into Chromai.
Now you gotta love 0 cost to make a dragon, right?
Yeah. All right. 3 attack, 2 health. Once per turn, when Chromai attacks or leaves the arena, gain an action point.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Attack, if they block it with a 6, get your action point back. Let's party.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Yeah, love that.
Yeah. And if they don't, it attacks, you get the action point anyway.
And also there's weird situations where like Icelander as an instant on your turn could shoot an ice bolt at that dragon and take it off the table, giving you an action point.
Like a friend.
Yeah.
In multiplayer, she could do that to like give you the action point you need to finish the job, you know?
Yeah.
However that's going to work.
That's true. That's totally true.
Anyways. Next we get a set of 3. These cards are gorgeous.
Yeah, Quelling.
Quelling Slippers. Look at it though.
Yeah, it's great.
The fact that this gets good art
It's like Takedo.
is insane.
Yeah,
In most games, this is a throwaway card.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Quelling Sleeves. Let's pull the next one up.
I mean, you get this whole set in draft. Watch out.
This is the perfect way to have our Arcane Barrier in Sealed and Draft.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. You solved the problem.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, maybe we don't need Arcane Barrier ever again.
I like Quell 10 times better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's useful. You don't have to sideboard it in only against which. Maybe this is the solution to the whole problem.
Maybe it is. Maybe we were going here all along.
So, but it is a one-time thing. But you can make that choice as a player. I think that's cool.
I mean, I run Shock Charmers right now for the one-time spell void.
Huh. Okay. Actually do like Quell quite a bit.
We also get Quelling Robe. Look at that thing. You ever
Yeah, wonderful.
seen a robe that dope? No. Answer's no.
No, probably not. I mean, in my many years in fantasy, probably.
I don't know, man. All right, Oasis Respite. Everything's turned into the strong eye, you know? 1 cost red, generic instant. We get a generic card. We're back in business. We don't have any more of this Tales of Aria. No
Oh my
generic
gosh, yeah,
business.
that's actually relevant. Thank goodness.
Prevent the next 4 damage that would be dealt to target hero this turn by a source of your choice. If they have less life than each other hero, they may gain a life.
That's awesome. And does it prevent the next 4 damage?
From a source, and you have to identify the source when you play the card.
Okay, lovely.
You can't just play it and hope there's a source of damage coming.
Right. It has to be on the table.
Yeah, this is
This
solid.
is very good to have in the game.
1 for 4
strictly.
prevention that works. I like this. Works on arcane or physical stuff.
It costs 1.
Yep. But it does gain you a life.
Yeah, 1 for
So,
5. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to get some more. I don't know. Like you gotta be careful because the more control-y defensive tools you keep adding, right? Eventually, the bricks just keep getting built.
Bricker.
And then bricks get bricker. And then, oh my gosh, hold on. Wait, no, we've already, this is a problem already because then you have Crown, Rampart, Prevent 4
You do.
off 1 blue.
Gain a life.
That's disgusting. Actually, now I hate it. I wish it would go away. Forever.
Point. Oldham hits 100%.
Yeah, eventually Oldham is just, there's just no point.
But I mean, like, it's not incredibly different than a 0 for 4D react.
Not incredibly. No.
He has to
Quit being
pay
so
for it.
level-headed.
So, like, he gains a life off of it. That's really, you're paying him money for the life, I think.
And it can't block, and so sometimes it's a 1 or a 2 damage attack, so like you don't waste 4 on it. So yeah, it's got some downsides, some upside.
Yeah. Anyways. Next, we have Trans...
The whole Rosetta attack, notably. the one source,
see,
4
now you
damage.
like it. Now you like
it
the
now.
card. Yeah, we love the card. Man, I hate it now. I immediately went to hating it. It's crazy. Oldham with this is so annoying. He's already annoying. The one way you get past Oldham is Runeblade is you divide the damage. Sweet Jiminy Christmas. What has happened? Legend story. Why are you doing this to me? We're just about to get Starvo and Chain out of here. We're going to be in the Age of Briar, and then you just put this card out.
It's the Age of Oldham. We've always known it's the Age
The
of
Ice
Oldham.
Age was always bound to hit. Lord Almighty.
Look at me, Oldham and Icelander. Nobody's going to like anything about this game for the next 6 months.
Well,
We're all gonna come in with these grand 16 chain link ideas,
But,
and
dude,
then it's gonna be
you know what?
denial.
I'm starting to think they might know what they're doing. That's sarcastic. I think they know what they're doing. But really, so yes,
You see that
Oldham-
classic battles unboxing yesterday?
Well, I think that's someone else. That's not the designer's problem. That's
true.
That's a product.
That's true. That's
sequence.
the old product team.
But the Oldhim will be good. But we have a new illusionist on the block.
Yeah, true.
Oldhim already doesn't like Prism, so I'm gonna guess he also isn't gonna like Dromai. So hopefully, that's where we're heading, right? It's like, he can be even better against Runeblade if he wants to be. But that's a match I was already losing, so go ahead. Put it in the deck, man. You got it, Oldhim.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out, man.
All right. Transmogrify.
Transmogrify, for those of us.
It's like typography. Transmography. 1 cost, illusionist actions. This is, Prism can play it, Dromai can play it. So it's just an illusionist card.
Yeah.
Don't have a lot of these. 2 block. The next attack action card you play this turn is illusionist. Has 8 base attack and gains phantasm.
Yeah, I love it. I love this card.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's good for a lot of reasons. And there's in a lot of instances, you're going to be looking at, like, your brain immediately goes, so I'm going to give something essentially +4, and at the expense of it having phantasm, right? Which like snatch for 8 is like, ugh. But then you think, like, spending 2 cards on an 8 damage snatch that now you can block with 1/6, not ideal because it gives it phantasm, right? But what's really cool is, like, on your blues, man. Like your blue 1 attack something that now is 8.
Even the blue heralds, right? Becoming 8s.
I think all of them start at 5 though.
Yeah, but I mean, this
all the blue heralds start
effectively
at 5.
becomes a pump 3, right?
Yeah, it's a pump 3, which is like, it's fine.
Well, I'm thinking more about, like, the...
I think there's going to be weird uses for this card.
I mean, Prism, it's illusionist, so would Prism give this go again?
Yes.
Or not Prism, but you know what I'm talking
the
about.
Boots.
No,
or
what's
the staff, Luminous.
Luminous?
All illusionist attacks gain X. But it says your next attack is illusionist, right?
During action phase, illusionist auras you control are weapons with 1 attack and go again. While there is a card with a yellow color strip in your pitch zone, illusionist attacks you control gain go again.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So that would work.
This into Snatch is now Snatch is 8 cost with go again.
Yeah, true.
And if they pop up a Phantasm, you pay 1 and keep going.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is not a way Prism has played before. But I way prefer that to
whatever
like more
illusionist
auras.
is on that Shimmers of Reality card, or that whatever that shards of
I think it's the wherever Katsu's from.
Mysteria?
Mysteria? I think it's the Mysteria illusionist.
I can't wait.
Got all those daggers being thrown.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, on we go.
And I agree. Drayton saying feels like a draft card to me. What's up, Drayton? Good to see your face there in the chat.
These kind of cards, like Galaxy Black, this is the waning moon, like the galactic background stuff. I'm
Space
always
staff.
five times interested.
Yeah.
Not dead on table, but 5 times interested.
Yeah, it's waning.
2-handed staff, once per turn instant, cost 2. Deal 2 damage, arcane damage to a target hero. If it's not your turn, instead deal 3.
Yeah.
Activate this ability only if you have played a non-attack action card this turn.
Yeah. So we're going to play some Icelander and Blitz today, where this effectively belongs. It's certainly in like a limited format. I think this is her standard weapon. Obviously, it's a wizard in this set. So you can play non-attacks that are blue out of your arsenal on your opponent's turn. So a lot of times this looks like a blue Scalding Rain or a blue Reverberate that does 1 or 2 arcane damage, and then you have that blue that you've pitched, so you have 2 floating, and now you follow it up with 3.
It's pretty good.
There's good lines there. I mean, the reality is it's very difficult right now with Icelander in the kind of fake setup that she has, where she doesn't have all the cards that make her what she is, to actually present enough damage with that ability for it to matter. Yeah. It's like, I just spent 2 cards to do 3 damage to you. Doesn't matter. Right? Like, that's not on rate at all. Yeah. So having a little extra on the side that pumps it up by 3 is actually really relevant. I dig it.
All right, you ready for the next legendary?
Yeah.
Alluvian Constellus.
I haven't seen this one. This is where I left off this morning.
Look how good that looks.
I can't even see it.
Alluvian Constellus.
Wait, what is that?
It's a wizard equipment chest legendary.
What's going on there? Hold on, can you pull that closer to me?
Time to replace.
Oh, there you go. Just make it. Is there an old man in that?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, that kind of is so hard for me.
Interested in old men?
Hard for me to suspend my disbelief. I mean,
he's an old wizard, man. He's like Gandalf, but hipper.
Yeah, but I mean, what if it's not him wearing it? What if Icelander's wearing it? You know?
Well, I
then
mean,
that's confusing.
I've seen Bravo don the spring tunic a couple times, and it's a sight to behold.
Oh, that's so.
Anyways, Alluvian Constellus. It's another legendary. Art by Carlos Cruchaga. The first time Alluvian Constellus prevents arcane, it has Arcane Barrier 1.
Okay.
The first time it prevents arcane damage each turn, if it has less than 4 energy counters, you may put an energy counter on it.
So it's soaking up arcane damage is what's happening.
First time you prevent arcane damage, it gets a token.
Yeah.
Instant. Remove 2 energy counters from Alluvian Constellus. The next staff ability you activate this turn costs 3 less resources.
Ooh, you get a free Kraken's Aether Vein?
Now, can you prevent your own arcane damage?
I hope not.
Now, Arcane Barrier says if your hero deals arcane damage, you may pay 1 resource to prevent.
Although, aren't cards now target hero, some of these spells? Look up Ice Bolt.
Yeah, but this one only gets tokens if it prevents. If this card is used to prevent.
Yeah, but what if you Ice Bolt yourself and then you pay to prevent it?
Oh, sure.
You charging the batteries.
There is the stuff that's like deal 1 arcane to 3 different targets.
Yeah.
You can definitely target yourself.
Right? Can you in this game?
In fact, fun lesson that I learned.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Fun lesson I learned. You want to get
Rosetta Thorn or something?
Get into the 9th layer of Fab.
Yeah.
Rosetta Thorn says, whenever you attack with Rosetta Thorn, if you've played an attack action card and a non-attack action card this turn, deal 2 arcane damage to a target hero. So, I've seen some wicked stuff happen with this, where all of a sudden your opponent thinks they have less life than you. Mm-hmm. They block with a skull cap. Then you do the 2 arcane to yourself, so the skull cap's actually not doing it. And they'll have, like with Chain in particular, they'll have go again on the sword from a shackle.
Right.
And then it just
so they
gets
turn your cap off, then you don't have Arcane Barrier, and then they the one that makes a billion rune chance.
Revel and Rune Blood.
Yeah.
There's some weird stuff you can do with this.
Yeah. So, okay, it does work.
It'll make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, using Rosetta to keep your boots alive is another one of these
because they can't. Yeah, they can't stop you hurting yourself.
Okay, so yeah, good question from James. But should you is that ever the right thing? Because I mean, is it ever the right thing? Surely there's a scenario we can imagine where it's the right thing. But a 3 energy discount on a staff ability, like a free Crucible, is not ideal. A 3 free Kraken's Aether Bane is 1 arcane and a card draw. So that's actually the nicest use of it, is that it nets you a card now, which is great. I mean, it's just designed to destroy Kano.
Well,
she's already kind of built to do that. But.
It's a wizard, so any wizard can play it.
Yeah.
And I think it having built-in Arcane Barrier just means that you don't have to give up Arcane Barrier to have a chess piece that does something. And
it's also good against Rune Blades.
Totally.
Really good.
I think it's really good. Oh, you swung a sword, I'll gain a token. Swing a sword, I'll gain a token.
Really
swing a sword, I'll gain a token. Now I get a free staff.
Free Krakens.
Yeah.
Ooh,
because they are the masters of the mystical arts.
What's up, Gardar Dari?
Or the free 3 arcane on their turn with the new one.
Yeah, the new one you can get the free pay to.
Yeah. All right, next up we have Singe. 1 cost, wizard action. 3 blocks.
They're
Standard
getting
wizard.
a lot of generic wizard cards.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Deal 1 arcane damage to a target hero and up to 3 target allies they control.
Oh, okay. Well, this solves that problem, doesn't it?
All the 1 health little
all
baby
the Aether
dragons,
Wings are gone, right?
Just clear them out.
Can they can't Arcane Barrier themselves. No, they can't.
Not an ally.
But they have Arcane Barrier. You'd think they have little magic dragons. Maybe they could pay that off, but they can't.
Not how that works. Yeah.
Arcane Barrier is when your hero would take damage, right?
Yeah, it says when your hero would take damage.
Okay.
That all you got? It's a generic defense reaction, 0 cost, yellow pitch, 3 block.
Hey, generic cards, man. You didn't tell me that was happening.
A 0 for 3 defense reaction. It's majestic, which means we're probably not getting the red or blue.
Well, the text on this better be just out of control.
You ready?
Yeah.
While this is defending an attack with 2 or less base attack.
Okay.
Now 2 or less attack total, not base.
Not base. As if there was the distinction between these two drives me absolutely insane, but I digress.
While this is defending an attack with 2 or less attack, when the combat chain closes, draw a card.
Okay, yeah.
So you have all these ninja attacks and even you could play this into a Kodachi. All of a sudden, it's like covering the Kodachi and you're going to get your card back. So you can block a Kodachi without losing a card.
Yeah,
that's a yellow pitch. I think it's
sideboard card.
It's in a good spot for this card. It's not like, oh my god, everyone has to play it, but also there are use cases for this for sure.
Yeah, and you're going to see it a lot in the sealed sideboard and or in olive sealed. I guess there's nobody that you wouldn't run this against. Maybe Icelander you wouldn't run it against. But remember, you do have a sideboard in sealed. Don't forget.
Yeah, do not forget.
Do not forget.
I learned that because of Oldhim in Aria. And it was like, you put 10 more cards in.
Yeah, that's right.
And then last, we talked about a little bit earlier, it was the Fabrica preview, which is Yandere.
Yandere, which we can't pull that up yet, but
which is the Mossy
Yandere.
which we already talked about. And that's the end of the
So
spoilers.
attack it, it's prevented, attack it again.
Yeah.
But it's only the 3 damage is prevented, right?
Yeah. So attack it for 6.
So
and
attack
it's
it
out
for
of here.
6 or attack it for X and then again for 3 or more.
Also, that D-React was the first yellow card we've seen.
What's the flavor text on that? But read it before you read it out loud. Apparently it's very disrespectful.
If only they were all as pathetic as you.
Mm.
And he's crushing someone. From Victor Goldmain.
Okay, Victor. Wait, is that a warrior? Does he have a spear?
He has his fist.
Oh, he's just a shield and a hand?
And a grasp, man.
Can you imagine the terror? It's like the Hound or the
Puny.
What's the guy in Game of Thrones? Not the Hound, the big guy that crushes the guy. Yeah, the Mountain.
Spoiler.
Gross. Arc spoiler at 3. What's Arc? Arcane Rising. We've already seen all those cards.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. Play some Icelander versus what? What do you want to play against? Or what do you want to play? I want to play this deck. I'm doing this. This Icelander deck is just short of good. But you'll see it. You'll see it at Team Blitz. This is the hybrid build. And the thing about Icelander, you can do the full arcane build. I've talked about this a little bit, but like Kano is, I would say, almost strictly better. I just don't know why you would. It's like full arcane Icelander is missing a lot of pieces. So what I feel like you're actually doing is this is a Kraken's Aether Vein deck where you're splitting damage between 1 arcane, threaten the draw, and then if they do pitch for it, you physical damage them and make it happen. So
Let's just
find out.
I'll start with that Bright deck I was playing yesterday, but then I'll move to Guardian after that.
Okay, cool.
Just so you.
A little aggro and then a little brick wall.
She's a brick.
Wall.
Setting up the robot.
All right, we got the robot being set up. Can you hear it? Beep,
Yep.
beep.
Beep, boop, beep. You gonna go top down for me?
Yeah.
Sun Temple, did you guys choose a hero yet, or is that secret? You know what, honestly? No, I haven't chosen. My default is Oldhim. I hear he's pretty good. But we're playing today, we played yesterday on stream. We're getting into Vegas tomorrow, and then we never do that. Look, I lined that up without
It's perfect.
even
You've
seeing
got
that
it.
shot.
You just everything's good today.
I was amazed at how perfect that is.
It's amazing.
That's remarkable. Anyways, I
is
do
amazing.
not
It's
like
amazing.
doing what I'm doing for Vegas, which is I don't even have a hero picked yet, let alone like a deck finalized. So my intent is I'm going to take Oldhim, I'm going to take Bravo, I'm going to take Briar. Probably going to build a Rhinar deck. You're going to have the Kasai deck built. You're going to have the Icelander deck built. You have the Kano deck built.
Yeah.
I know Matt, the other team member of ours, is going to bring Dash and Rhinar, and we're trying to bring like 10 decks. Wednesday night, Thursday, we are jamming
Yep.
until we have picked our lineup.
You should enter with Classic Battles Rhinar. Says Zane's mentor. I can't.
Table and Legs have not played any Ultimate Pit Fight.
Classic Battles is the kind of thing that, like,
What up, David?
I just don't want to think about it anymore. I want to move past it.
We have moved on.
I want to move past it. I hope there are more classic battles. I just hope they're different.
I
hope they're
agree.
constructed differently. And that's not too much to ask, is it?
Classic for different reasons.
Yeah. Look at me. I lined it up perfectly, too, over here.
Yeah, nailed it.
Okay, so let's. Do you want to know the? You need to know this because you're also going to be playing Blitz.
You actually care now because I'm on your team.
Yeah. So
Normally it's just like, well, you can learn or not. That's up to you.
I don't want to bamboozle you here. So there's going to be 2 builds of Icelander that happen, and you're going to know it pretty much immediately as to whether or not they're playing Krakens or Crucible.
Yeah.
The Crucible build, its whole thing is block a lot, play arcane spells from the arsenal, chip away, and then they have a couple of big lines. They have a standard Striders, Wildfire, Emeritus from Arsenal. So like 4+ whatever the Wildfire hits for. So they're going to hit at lower points like 8 to 10.
Which is just worse than Kano, right?
It is just worse, but they also have Channel Lake Frigid. They have Winter's Bite. It's also way more consistent. You know how for Kano to really go for it and to do a lot of big things, you have to spend a lot of cards and you have to have blues in hand and you have to pitch.
Yeah.
So if you imagine Kano, every spell on your opponent's turn for sure costs 3 extra because you have to get it off the top of your deck. Icelander has those spells at normal cost. They're just blue. Oops, yeah. I can't do that, can I? Everybody, that's hilarious. Catch me on that.
That makes sense.
So basically, it's like it can play more. It can play more defensive. It doesn't have to like find that perfect window and burn you down.
It's like a mid-range wizard.
Once you're at 6 or 8, you really should be very careful. Very
saying
careful.
tough times at the pants factory.
Yeah. But if you have AB 4 or 5, I don't think you can ever lose. Strictly. I think you should not do anything but block all the damage that Icelander puts out.
Yeah, she would never be able to kill you.
If she has the Crucible. Now, if she's going Krakens, you probably, and especially if you see Goliath Gauntlet, you're going to expect CNC, Exude Confidence, Fire Breathing, probably Frost attacks like the make a Frostbite one, the make a discard Frost Fang, those kinds of things. And then she's going to be trying to threaten with Krakens constantly and then launching physical attacks to follow up. Going to look for a big 8 damage CNC at some point to turn the game over and then keep chipping away with Arcane.
Well, can you hand me a dice tray, by the way? My intent here, I'm going to start with my AB2 structure.
Yeah, okay.
And
AB2 Spell Void?
No Spell Void.
Ooh.
So my goal is just to beat you before it matters.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
Which I think against Icelander that I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. I can't wait to see if that's true.
Yeah, and if that's false, that's what we learn, and then you switch into the other Arcane Barrier.
Yeah. And that should be the advantage of Icelander, is that the aggro decks should struggle a lot more because you have a lot more Frostbite generation and these kinds of things to slow your opponent down. That's the dream.
Even Steven?
Even Steven sounds good to me.
Evens it is.
Oh man, I don't even know. I think I would need to get an arsenal set up quick. Let's see if I go first. If I go second and you play out, I do have a Kraken's opportunity. Let me see if there's anything that would matter with me going first.
Pock, this is one of Steven's decks, but I think you would play Kano over this.
I would play Kano over this for sure, yeah. I mean, unless it just starts dominating the gauntlet, and then sure, I'll play it. Icelander versus Rhinar. Did you test that, says Philippe? I never know if I'm making them a favor attacking with Krakens. It feels really bad. I don't know. I feel okay into Rhinar. I think you go Coat of Frost, though. I think you have to generate Frostbite on their first turn, and you have to slow them down. And you can do it, but again, it's just card games. Yes, I'll go first.
Michael,
some chip
this is a cool comment saying, popping in from watching your Fab Foundations video. I left a long comment on the video, but bottom line, just wanted to say thank you so much for making that.
Awesome, Michael. If you got any questions here from that, please let us know. We'll answer them live.
Live at 5.
Live at 5. Okay, let's do it.
We're back.
Let's play some Blitz.
That's what we're going to be doing for days on end.
Yahtzee. Yeah, it's all right. I just want to live it while I'm here. Voltic Bolt for 5.
Mm-hmm. Pay 2, take 3.
Yeah. And then Arsenal here. Pass it over. And that's the advantage of going first.
All right. Am I ready to go?
Yeah.
Gorganian Tome. I do like books. Convenient. Scar for 4 with Go Again.
Okay. Scar 4, Go Again. Yeah, okay. Did you a favor, didn't I?
Did. Sita saying, how much can one expect to drop to make a decent Blitz deck? I don't know, but I know there are some heroes that are much more affordable than others. What I would honestly recommend, there's a new set that's about to come out, June 24th, Uprising. The weekend before that's pre-releases. Sealed, draft, do that. A lot of times you can also buy into one set and build some pretty reasonable decks for the heroes from that one set.
Sequencing here is questionable for me.
Go on. What's that mean?
Nothing. Let's go Krakens here. So 1 Arcane. If you block it, You block it.
Pay 1.
Okay. All right, for 4, huh?
They are doing blitz decks for this set, Russell. But it depends on like what you want. You can just buy the blitz decks when they come out, and that's a great place to start. But if you're like wanting to play at a tournament, there's gonna be some cards you want to buy after that.
Yeah. I'll block 3, take 1.
Bottom of Earth. Let's go. 2 cards in hand. Yeah. Swing sword 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Eric, we're not planning to make it out to Ohio for that event. Matt was texting us about it. I'm in event fatigue right now. Road to Nationals in July. Probably going to go to 2 of those. Just a lot.
This is, yeah, so I block here, I take 2, and then...
You take the Arcane first.
And then it, yeah.
Marcus saying, Zach, as a Briar Guardian player, do you think it's worth running Gorganian Tome and sideboard as Classic Guardian against the potential Briar matchup? It really just, in that case, a lot of thoughts there. Probably not. If you don't feel like you're favored in the match, I think Bravo has a really good match into Briar, actually. That's kind of you need to be able to throw a Hail Mary when you're behind moment, if they've already played theirs. Anytime you have a way to filter out cards, you run E-Strikes, you have Crown of Seeds that you can put it in Arsenal and wait. I like that a lot more. Bolton can charge it into Soul. So if they've already played Gorg Tome and you draw it, you can play it. If not, you actually have a way to get out of it. And it depends on whether you have to have cards that block or pitch. Bravo loves blocking and 3-cost cards that pitch for blue. So it's just kind of iffy for him. And the extra cards a lot of times won't change his math. Like you just draw more blue things and it's like, I'll swing the hammer for 6. All right.
So I took 2 and then I blocked 2 with a Skull Cap.
All right. Pass to end of phase. Let's put...
One wasted card. My opponent sucks. Who is this guy?
You about to find out.
All right, let's just go Wildfire for 4 on my turn. Got 1 floating if I'm under to you.
I'll take 4.
Okay. You have a Scar over there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Do you want to build a snowman? Well, this pops. You have anything you want to do before I start going?
Yes, I do. Frostbite.
Had a sneaking suspicion.
Discard a card, pay 1, and get a Frostbite.
Pay 1.
I'll give you a Frostbite here.
I could feel it.
Yeah.
In case you didn't catch that, my Embodiment of Earth goes away at the start of the turn. It pops, and that creates an instant window that we can both play instants in.
Becomes a layer on the chain that both players can respond to.
Yeah. Lame. Pay 1 for Scar. Forward, go again. Scar for a Scar.
Mm-hmm. 2 cards. Let's block. Let's see, you're at 13. You got a Scalita?
Scalita.
Yeah, I'll block 3 and take 1.
How many cards in? 3?
3.
Ravel. It's a red Swarming Gloomville. So coming in for 4 with go again.
It seems to do 1 arcane damage with that Aether Vein.
I'll pay 1.
Okay.
Don't like that. That's a cheeky moment to do that.
I'll take 4.
Mm-hmm. Snatch for 4.
Okay. Draw a card, but no go again. Huh?
Yeah, not yet.
It's a kind of a waste of time. Get snappies in. Is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying.
think I probably have to block that. Yeah, I'll block here for 4.
I think that was accurate. I'll pass to you.
Okay, we'll arsenal here and pass it on back.
Put that in the temporary zone.
That's right.
All right, start my turn. This pops.
Acceptable.
I accept. It's hilarious.
Now I get a tunic and then I accept.
Yeah, it triggers the tunic.
Right, of course.
Yeah. Nimblism, red.
Mm-hmm.
E-strike. We'll choose go again. Coming in for 8.
2 cards.
2 cards. Tell you what, game is super fun to play.
It's always fun, isn't it? Let's Krakens.
Day 1. There goes my plunder run.
My arsenal card. Let's see, you got 1 floating, you got the sword coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna block 6 here. Take 2.
Yeah. I'm good to carry on.
Mm-hmm.
2 and 2 with the sword.
No block skis.
Right. Pass in phase.
Yeah.
Arsenal. Over to you.
Alright, let's crack the old gauntlet. Tunic, pitch, CNC for 8. Do 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 do. I've got that Blade Runner 2049 song in my head. It's crazy.
Block 8.
Done.
Those are beefy.
Yeah.
Give me a number.
You can have oh no, use them both.
I went to grab it. I was like, oh, not there. Nowhere to. We're good.
Just go over. I think I need to get into this flesh and blood thing. Yeah, maybe so.
That's pretty good.
Maybe it's time.
This pops.
Yeah. Fine.
He's fine with it. Lightning search for forward go again.
Let's see if they're being you.
Ooh. I'll take 1. I hate it.
Lightning Surge for 4. I haven't played a non-attack yet. Probably would have, right? Probably would have. 12. Block 3, take 1.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Lightning press.
Oh, you got me. You got me.
Not used to the old lightning press out of Briar from me.
No, I don't. You don't usually do it.
Yeah, well, we're in a different world here.
Let me get that gauntlet back out.
Yeah.
I think in this one you really need to see that channel leak
To slow
early.
it down.
Yeah, you gotta slow it down.
I think one of the advantages that Briar has in this particular match is she actually plays blues.
She does.
So she can get out of the tax. Like that turn you taxed me, it didn't. I had actually a dead resource anyway.
Yeah, you had the
Or
blues
dead
to spend. Yeah, that can happen. You see kind of the beginnings of how Icelander is probably going to play. Just that weird like you're gonna put the Kraken's Aether Vein, you're gonna take it, not, etc.
The Aether Vein and or just the Frost, like the instant speed plus a Frost, can really
Yeah.
mess people up at instant
Really
speed.
good. Let's try try it again.
All right, you can go first this time.
Didn't I go first that time? I did. I played a multiple.
first.
Yeah, you go first.
That was a sweet start. It's like, I guess, well, then he gave me the scar. That's kind of interesting. I had an E-Strike anyway that turn. So I would have just played E-Strike and ditched the scars, but I hadn't.
Yeah, normally I start at 18. Your scars are so dead.
You're so
That's
dead.
why there was a brilliant player in our Discord. I can't remember who it was. Maybe David or something. They was playing Wounded Bull in Icelander. It's a 3 for 6, but if you're lower health, it's +2. Or a 3 for 7 if you're lower health, +1. So it's just a 3 for 8. You run all the blues, it's like 8 damage attack. It's like,
That's step one.
yeah.
Okay. Let's go. E-Strike for
Big moment.
7.
Is he a snap on turn 0 kind of guy? Come on now.
Dude, this is a short game.
Come on now. Just block with my tuning. You have 2 cards in hand?
Block with your boost while you're on it.
Yeah, right.
Pox saying that E-Strike was filmed in the 1940s.
That's correct.
Yeah. Let me weave you a tale about a man with a hat.
Yeah, this seems right. This seems right. I've got a black 6 here. I'm not gonna dump another card because you've got snap potential. So we're not gonna play that game. But I guess there's a big question here as to which one you do. Guaranteed damage or tempo-y stuff? My inclination always goes to, no, let's go here. Okay, we're gonna go 6.
Take
Any
one?
reactions?
I'll pass.
Okay. First into the game, we're gonna draw right up. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go, let's go Aetherine. Zap, no reason really to poke for 1 at end of turn, because he's got 2 cards in hand. I might be giving him a mulligan more than helping me at that point.
It's true, though. I'll take 1.
Taking 1. Oof. Give me that filter now.
He likes the hand.
Let's go E-Strike, go again.
2 cards in hand?
Mm-hmm.
No block.
Okay. Taking 5, huh?
Yeah.
You got something you're just so pleased with. So,
Well, I would have blocked with my armor there, but I didn't want you to have a Command and Conquer.
yeah.
Like, I have the perfect Command and Conquer block if I have the armor up.
Yeah. The 2 and then
Yeah,
the
but I'm
Goliath.
also planning on using the Skeleton, so I really wanted to block with it. But I figured if you chose Go again with E-Strike...
Yeah, I'm just going to play the CNC.
And there it is. Look at that. Yeah. You're sitting there looking at CNC. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I literally almost just like, oh, use it. He's not going to have the CNC. You would have played that. I would have been so mad.
Yeah, like
Anyways.
the 4 blockers and then?
Yeah, I'm going to block with the Heroic.
Okay,
So
maybe I
block with
should
6.
have Goliath then. I don't know. One day.
Oh, yeah. My goodness.
It's nice when you call it, right?
Yeah, I was just like, well, why did he give E-Strike Go again? It could be a wizard action, but if you're going to pitch and play something and not Arsenal, I feel like it's going to be like real good. And it's probably.
I mean, doing 5 arcane with Voltic after that is pretty okay too, especially if you block.
That's what I was scared of. But how devastating CNC would be if I didn't have that block is way worse. So here we are.
It's true.
All right, I'm gonna pop Quill Hand.
It's all true. 2 Roonies?
Yeah, Roonies and Toonies. I'm gonna pop Skeleton.
I remember these days.
Yeah. Let's go Chillman Heroic for 1.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper. I get it.
It do be cheaper.
I get it.
We're gonna go Lightning Surge for 7 would go again. That's my reduction on Skeleton is applying there.
Okay. So just nothing.
Yeah.
Just nonsense. Let's see. So 7. We go here. We make it kind of reconsider, and then this happens. So I'm assuming it's a Sword Swing coming up. I go to 10. Or I can go to, yeah. Here at 14. I'm at 8 and at 17.
Oh yeah, and 2 Arcane.
Oh, right.
At the top of the hour.
Yeah, you got it. You did it. Okay, and then we go, I'll take 4 off of this unless you have a reaction.
You got it, take 4.
Go to 11.
2 and 2 this work.
Take 2 and block with the hat.
Right. Arsenal pass. Heroic stance.
Okay. Let's go Gauntlet. Icing counter for 8. If it hits, Frostbite. And a team counter.
Take 8.
You got it. Arsenal here. Get to you, Frostbite.
This pops. Am I good to carry on?
You're good to carry on, man.
Let's go Nimblism for 1.
Mm-hmm. Clear the Frosty.
Mm-hmm. Let's put it under there so we remember it happened. Snatch for 10 with Gogan. Not Gogan, 10. No Gogan.
Boots. Voltic for 5.
No block.
Okay. And then Emeritus for 4.
I'm dead.
There you go.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom. 1 and 1. Let's go.
You can go first this time.
Isn't this a better way to play Wizard?
It's more enjoyable.
You have one moment where you're like, oh,
He's a wizard.
I'm awesome. Ice, ice, ice.
Winner went second both times.
Whoa. That's 100% odds.
Mitch asking, how are you feeling about Blitz in general? Is the format unique enough from CC where you can find new types of fun?
You know what? Here are the new types of fun in Blitz. I'll give you the rundown, since probably nobody really asked me.
I think they did specifically.
It's interesting because you're playing heroes that you can't play in Constructed. That's the most interesting part of it. Kasai is interesting. Icelander's interesting. These are like awesome heroes that you just don't get a chance to play in Constructed. And I do think I like the deck building. The non-sideboard main deck is just more almost natural. It feels more rewarding, to kind of try to orient your deck exactly where it needs to be in a metagame.
It's definitely less min-maxed.
Yeah.
And less complicated.
Yeah. And I think because it's less min-maxed, there are some casualties to that. Like, as an example, in Kasai, I was looking at running defense reactions, and then it's like dead in Kano, strictly. So is that worth the risk that you have 2 to 4 dead cards in Kano that are red? It's like your matchup there goes just tanks.
Yeah.
Validate, et cetera, yeah. How are you feeling about
if this is the game I had, which it was, we started Blitz first, right? Sealed into this.
Yeah.
If this is the game as I'd always known it, I think I would enjoy it and have a good time. But I do think the lack of variance and just having dead cards in hand and like the ability to have decks, I think Constructed, it lets you tailor more to the matchups, but that also means that some heroes that might be reasonable in Blitz because people can tailor aren't as reasonable.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad.
I feel that.
The thing I do not like about Blitz is there's a lot of games that I lose and don't think I had any other opportunity. Mm-hmm. When I lose and I feel like I could have done something different, there's a learning opportunity there that I'm interested in. Here, sometimes Rhino takes your whole hand and hits you for 18.
Yeah.
It's like,
oops.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go first. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are just moments that are just a variance machine.
Yeah.
Which happens in CC some, but you just have a longer clock.
Yeah. The health totals let you play out of that a little more.
Yeah. Or sometimes you're playing Blitz.
Yeah.
And you roll scabs 20 times.
If Blitz were commoner format, I'd be all about it.
Yeah,
we're truly a different format and not just half health with 60% of the cards.
Yeah. But I will say, you can just jam the games. You get done really quickly. It's enjoyable. You kind of move on. CC can get into that grindy phase where you almost get, it's more enjoyable because you're more invested in a long CC game. Not that they're that long anymore. But Blitz is more enjoyable because you're almost like not as invested. Mm-hmm. And it's like, this thing happened. Let's try again. Let's start over.
Sun Temple, you cannot. So when you play a card, the first thing you do is you play it, and then you pay costs. So pitching happens before revealing for something like a fusion.
Yeah, Norian Tandoriax is just worse than Kasai. It is. Kasai is where dual weapons go because you actually have a payoff for doing the grind, and you have in Blood on Our Hands is incredible. And you also have a free swing. I mean, it's unbelievable. I started playing the Kasai decks, and I was like, this is unreal. Like, all the cards I was playing in Doriaxes are way better here. Mm-hmm. We need a real axe hero, though.
I agree.
We need an axe hero that can do either 2 one-handed axes, the hatchets, or a 1 two-handed axe like in the swing promo.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Okay, for me, we'll just keep pitching them back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go Aether for 4, get some damage on the board.
Yeah. Pay 2, take 2.
And I'm going to pitch... Ooh, this is a weird one. Ouch.
See, asking if Blitz is better for new players? I mean, maybe. Draft and Sealed is best for new players.
Pitch here.
That's what I would recommend.
And then I'll move to the end phase. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm going to go there. And get this out of here.
Thanks, Mitch. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's play a little Force of Nature. We'll fuse it.
Blue Autumn Touch. Wow. Okay. No arcane damage this turn.
I only have arcane damage too. Nimblism?
It's getting big.
Exude Complex?
Okay.
So you have a moment here to play instance.
Yeah, there's nothing happening here aside. You're coming in for 7, 8, and then draw.
Yeah, and I can pitch to get +2.
Man, I just did the perfect amount of damage to you, didn't I? Can you hit me with a rune chant or something? So I can turn my
Oh,
hat
for
on?
your hat? No, I'm sorry. You did you keep doing that somehow. It's like, I have a scar in hand, you do
chip,
3.
but you know.
You have a skull cap
what
you
are
want to
gonna
use,
do?
you do 2.
Yeah, okay. So there's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's just a blockout turn, isn't it?
See, I definitely understand it. Saying sealed draft is a little intimidating. It's because it doesn't have many good choices. So here's what I recommend. When you play, I play sealed first, especially with the new set coming out. Hit up an Uprising pre-release. Play sealed. Really easy way to build the deck. Put in all your generics. Put in all the cards that could be legally played in your deck. All the, like, let's say you're playing Fi. Put in the Ninja generics, Draconic cards, generics. Just play that. It's a big stack. It's not going to be great, but you're new. It doesn't matter anyway. After like 2 or 3 games, if you play in another sealed event using the same format, it's going to be so much easier for you to try to build a Ninja deck again and actually decide, even after a game or 2, to start taking out cards that you draw and don't know how to use or don't like. And then all of a sudden, you're off to the races.
Man, this is a pickle, man. It's a real pickle.
Oh, someone making a good point. You can do an arcane to yourself with your Aether Vein to draw a card.
It's true. It's true. I can also, so like, if I Aether Vein here, I presume I turn off 2 damage that you would pitch that card to for Exude, because like you don't want an arsenal, a blue, the Autumn Touch.
Agreed. I'm going to have a resource floating for sword.
But you don't have, oh, you do have Go Again. Oh, you've got Go Again.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that solves this problem. I'll play Blizzard on that. It loses Go Again, or you pay 2, and it generates a Frostbite because of my hero.
That's when you play?
Anytime I play a blue card on your turn, I think when you play an ice card during an opponent's turn, create a Frostbite under their control.
Holy smackaroles. Yeah, I'll pay 2.
Okay. No further shenanigans.
Okay. So you will take 8.
Well, I can block.
Oh yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah.
You're gonna block. I thought you meant in general.
Oh man, but you know what? I can't because this is my only chance to get on top of this game. Dang it. Okay.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I can block with 1. I can block with 1.
Mason, this is cool. Saying that's how my first pre-release went. I'd never played a single game of Fab before, but after my second game, I started looking at some of the cards in my deck, and I was thinking, why is this in my deck? You go to a pre-release, it's usually 5 or 6 rounds. Seriously, just open the 6 packs, choose a hero you think is cool, put all the cards in, play a game. If you are feeling bold, look at your cards, and you can start cutting stuff out. You'll probably have like 40 cards in your deck at that point, or 45. You can go down to 30. You just start pulling stuff out that you don't like, and then all of a sudden, you're fine.
I don't think I can Blizzard that. Someone was saying that's right. Christopher's saying that because I can't target it until it has resolved and become an attack. And at that point, the text is active.
Can't Blizzard my Exude.
That's right.
Can't triple stamp a double stamp.
Can't triple stamp, double stamp. Okay, so instead, let's pitch Blizzard for Aether Vein there.
Yeah, pay 1.
Yeah, make that decision. And then still block 3.
Taking 5?
Yeah.
Trigger Force of Nature to draw?
Oh, Michael's saying you can? How can you? How can you do that? How can you target something that isn't even a thing yet? Sometimes I really don't like this game and that kind of stuff. So like I have it perfectly in my head. There's a card that you've announced. You've paid the costs. It is not anything yet.
It's like pre-moribund?
It's like it's in a space where it has not entered the arena yet.
It hasn't been
right?
born yet.
It hasn't been born yet. And you're saying that I can now target it even though it's not an attack that is in the arena?
I'm going to target that card that's halfway to being played.
Why can I Blizzard that? Somebody tell me. Somebody please help me.
Because that's what the rules say. Well, I'll explain it in a second.
Drives me nuts.
So
okay, so I'm going to Blizzard it instead of staffing it.
I will still pay 2.
And then you have the Frostbite, etc. All right, I need an intense rules explanation on that because sometimes this game drives me insane. And then continue as you like.
All right, so you take the damage.
Yeah.
I draw a card. And then I will pass.
Okay.
Saved you Sword Swing.
That's right. How can Blizzard target something before it's a lair? What are you targeting? You can't target air.
This is why I don't even read the rules, man.
You're targeting the
makes me
attack.
angry.
I mean, it's not even a lair yet. How can you? I just want to understand. The system doesn't make sense if you do it that way. How can I target something before it's resolved and become a thing?
I don't ask questions, man.
Wrong, LSS. All right, let's Goliath Icy for 8. Pitch here.
No, I'll trigger my bottom of the reverse token. 8.
Okay, that actually makes sense, Golden Gummies. Once it's played and the cost is paid, it actually does become a lair. So it's there, but it is not resolved and become attacking yet. So, which is interesting, because I guess it's an attack, but it's not attacking yet. I mean, makes sense is obviously in the eye of the
behoover. Come in for 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's block 6, 8.
Exudes 2, yeah?
4, 2, 2.
Oh, 4 for the force. Got it. Briar things.
Hell, briar things.
Okay.
This pops.
Yeah. I might have a thing there.
Vader might.
Boy, this is a hard one. Okay. You know what? Yeah. 5 o'clock a world. Kraken's Aether Vein.
Ooh, don't you see? I'll take 1.
Drop. Keep going. Pitch. Turn like frigid. We're gonna make a frostbite. And then I will let you do your thing.
Pass.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Ah!
It's alright. We will survive.
As long as I know how to love, I know I'm being loved.
Get it.
Ice encounter for 6.
Don't like that.
With an ice card. Beware.
You just gotta weather this storm. Block 6.
Here comes the... I'll put this on the bottom of my deck.
Yep. If you didn't do it, I was gonna call you on it. You didn't trigger. It's too late. It's gone.
And then I'll arsenal like it.
I don't have anything to have you trigger to start this thing, so I gotta go first.
You can go for it, yeah.
We're gonna play Ravenous Rabble.
Show me what you got.
Red, Rabble, and Runeblood. Going in for 4 with Go again. Let's go.
I really want to hit you with it. You got 1 card and one money. So you got 1 money, right? You got 1 money. Man's got 1 money. He's got 1 money. He's got 1 money.
No money.
He's got
1
1 money.
family. Her 1 money, 1 family.
Oh.
34 in the middle of Miami.
You got one to spare. You let me know it, you know? You let
I'm signaling. Look at this. There's floating resources.
Look at these signals. There's so many signals.
I'm rich.
Yeah, so I'm gonna crack a tunic and pitch a red and play Emeritus for 4 arcane at instant speed there.
Yeah, I'll take 4.
Okay. And then I will take 4. It's a good cycle, right?
Yeah. Pass the in face.
Okay, you got it.
Get that garbage lake out of here.
Garbage Lake. Not yet. Still got 2 shots here. E-strike for 7. I can scour your embodiments too. Watch out. I haven't even used my hat yet. Guess I should have probably many times by now. Like that last Ravenous.
Block 6.
Okay.
Take one.
Yeah. Arsenal. Channel Lake's gone. Hallelujah.
This pops.
Let me make sure. Let's yeah, go ahead.
Plunder from Arsenal.
That changes some things there, doesn't it?
We do like the stock. We do indeed.
All right, I'm gonna Krakens here.
He's going digging. But take one.
Love it. Yeah, continue, you know.
Am I good to carry on?
Yeah, sure.
Scar for 7, no go again presently.
Okay. That's big. Big ding.
It's a big scar.
Big time. Is my hat on yet? It is. Great. Block for 5. Take 2.
Hold on. What's Snapdragon?
Okay.
Now you can take 2.
I'm gonna blizzard it.
I will not pay 2.
All right, I'll take 2. And you get to draw a card.
Yeah, I do. Arsenal, pass. See the counterplay?
There's so much counterplay. It's way better than Kano.
Yeah.
Way better. Okay, Tunic. Let's go. Oh, apparently there's a new wizard card. Rewind. 1 cost, 3 pitch. Wizard instant. Negate target non-attack action card and return it to its owner's hand. Then they gain 1 action point. Why do I love this card so much? It's fair is why. This is an Icelander card, dude. Imagine in the context of the games we're playing what we can do with this.
Huh.
So you pay for it, but then it goes back and you get your action back.
Better be playing, ooh, you know what?
What?
Ooh, Channel Heroic. Ooh, pay 3.
Yeah,
and they're like, put that back in your hand. It's like, oh no.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Now this is the wizard I'm looking for, you know? Degenerate, but not suddenly killing you. Did I tunic? Yeah, I don't know if it won't matter. It might, actually. I don't remember. I got excited. Timekeeper's Whim for 5 arcane. Sigh. Sigh. Yeah, against those dragon invocations, dude. Pay 6, invoke, and be like...
Let's pay 2, take 3.
Okay. And then I'll pass it back up. If I need that tunic counter, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Decide if it mattered.
Over to me. Take that, rewind it back. I will just Burgeoning for 7.
I have a response. Strider's Wildfire for 4.
Oh no. Pay 1. Take 3.
All right. And then Emeritus for 7.
Oh.
Yep.
Dead.
Dead.
Look at that. All
I'm
right.
a wizard, Zach.
I'm going to switch.
Look, I did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta know, in Icelander, you gotta be careful. She's still good.
Yeah. She'll get you.
You playing Briar, or
What are you talking about?
you gonna play Briar at the Team Blitz there?
Maybe. Let's put the old smackaroolie on you. Show you what.
Now let's see the Guardian take on this.
You just dunk on me.
Oh, it's a different game for sure. Although you're gonna be aggro enough that you're gonna be tempted to like crippling with no hand and then. Yeah, wait, Emeritus has been the killing shot twice now as a follow-on. Emeritus in this deck is the card. Blue Emeritus is the one you're looking for. M.A. Dolce say I would be a Hufflepuff. Is that what Ronnie the Bear is?
I don't know who Ronnie the Bear is.
Pognite saying, I gotta say, these Wizard games look a lot smoother than yesterday. It's just more fluid. I agree. That's why I think it's so... I love a Wizard in Flesh and Blood that's playing a little bit of combat, attacky chain, but then can sometimes do Wizard stuff. I think that's a really cool way to do it. I understand. I mean, I guess when we saw Kano, even Zach and I both, I think, were of the sentiment that, like, if this is as complex as a Wizard ever gets, okay, fine. And it looks like, given what we've seen of Icelander, that may be the case. So it's pretty great.
Where'd my arcane boots go?
Your Nolrun? Or your... I've got Nolies over here.
Yeah, hand them over.
I have all 4 of them in these white sleeves so that all of my Nolrun gear is around.
Take that. Rewind that.
Oscar, we did see that rewind. It would go right into this deck. Be awesome.
I think I may have.
Honestly, it's just like it's funny to see how these things have been done in different games. We didn't come from Magic, so like I'm sure Counterspell has been done a million times over there, like with Counterspell. But at least in all the FFG games, even spoils and those kinds of things, this is such a more fair version of like a cancel.
Yeah.
It's like not it doesn't negate it. It goes back into your hand.
Yeah. So
You get your action point back.
you have to play a card and pitch to make them basically lose whatever they pitch for that card.
Yeah.
And in
It's
some
like
cases,
resources ultimately.
Yeah, in some cases, like in Runeblade, if they're mostly 0-cost things, like that's not gonna make sense to bounce it.
Yeah.
Because now they can play it again and get whatever benefit. It's like, oh, they played Mortar Tide. I guess I'll just play it again.
Yeah, it's cool. I love seeing tightly balanced cancel stuff
It'll
like
be a
that.
backbreaker and sealed.
So cool.
Total backbreaker.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris, why not just throw Aetherize in there? Because it doesn't block. I don't know, Supervillain, how can it be better than a straight counterspell when they get the card back and they get the action back? Like, if there's just a card that said, cancel a thing that Zach just did, and he loses the money, he loses the card, and he loses the action point, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do quite like it as like the plunder run. You can't play it from Arsenal after you put it back in hand. You can still get the +3 though. So like, is it worth a card out of my hand to deny you a draw?
You don't get the +3.
You don't. You always get the
+3 is
+3.
only when you play from Arsenal.
Oh, the draw is always when you get it.
Yeah.
The draw is when you get it. Yeah.
If it was always +3, that would maybe be even better.
And does it say it's not considered played? Because technically you've still played a non-attack action.
I think it negates it being played.
It just negates the play. Okay.
Even Steven?
Yeah.
It was odd. I'll go first.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like Frigid Out, like if you're taxing them, yeah, it's cool. It's a nice card ultimately, doesn't it? It's a nice little resourcey card. I love games are games of resources, right? Games of resources. Would you say you're going first?
First. Okay. Let's pay 1. Great surge.
Scour, where are you, buddy?
Showtime. It's
what do you do with that? Hold on a second.
Search my deck for a guardian attack, put it in my hand.
Oh, you got 2 floating. Yeah. I don't want to Aether Vein into that, do I?
Crippling Crush.
Can't imagine what's about to happen. Huh?
Fast end phase.
Yeah. I'll pass on.
Weird. I don't know what's going on here.
How much AB you got over there? 3?
Yeah.
It's weak. Where's your 4th? Just AB 4. You never lose.
So 3 means that I can keep playing Anothos.
You might not lose anyway. I mean, you won't lose anyway, is what I mean by that.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to be okay for me.
Let's do Voltic for 5.
I do.
Thank you, Jeb. Munchop, what's up? Hey, it's good to see you. Weapon is a bow, and I can only shoot arrows from arsenal. How does that work? Do I put the arrow in an arsenal, then wait until next turn to play? No, generally you have an instant or a go again action on the bow itself. So like Death Dealer, for instance, you spend 1, you put a card from your hand in the arsenal, you draw a card, and then you can shoot it that turn. Because Death Dealer has go again, so your action point floats. So you take an action, use Death Dealer, you get that action back. You take an action to shoot from your arsenal.
I will take 5.
Okay. Aether Vein for 1.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. Pay 1.
Ooh, man's on all reds?
I used to say, really?
Alright. I'll pass, etc.
So my turn, these pop. So I draw a card.
Man, if I could scour that Showtime, dude.
You can't, though, right?
Can I not?
I thought Scour was only 0 cost things.
Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right.
Am I good to carry on?
Yeah, man, to carry on.
Use that Bravo ability.
Alright, I have an action here.
Yeah, sure.
We'll go Winter's Bite from Arsenal, General Frostbite.
Pay with the floating.
Yeah.
Pay 7 for Crippling Crush. -1, +1, so it costs 7.
Yeah.
Keep floating with Dominate.
2 floating with Dominate.
And actually, before I even play that, I'm going to create a Surge.
Sure.
Now that you're making me use the other card.
Okay, so just 11 with Dominate?
That's it.
And no Arsenal. Okay. And then I discard 2 of my choice. Is that right? I
Random.
forget. A random?
It's crippling.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, 2 random. May as well use the boots and use them.
There's a point where that's right.
I don't think this is that point.
I don't think, no.
You know, you got to at least present the option to your opponent, see if you can get them to make a little mistake erroneous.
I'm taking 11, man.
All right, we're
The
going
math
to
is just bad.
downtown.
It's too bad.
Yeah, it is bad.
If you do it the other way. You can do it again, I guess.
Okay, there's always time for it to happen again.
This is where Wizard goes to die, by the way.
Yeah.
You just realized that if there's Oldhim and Guardian and Bravo at all around,
It's bad. We'll get rid of this.
Icelander, right now at least, is not worth it. Oof. Voltic and Exude, no, that seems okay. Tunic?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Aether Vein for 1.
I'll take 1.
Arsenal. Unless you have any instants you want to use, you know?
Nope. Start returning this pops.
Oh yeah, Bryce probably does. Bryce 3.0 probably hears Bolton when we say Voltic. Voltic.
Voltic.
Voltic. Your surge popping.
Yeah.
We will Channel Lake here.
Top Baltic Bolt.
That's good. That's what we wanted. We want Voltic Bolt. We don't want Bolton.
Bolton bolt.
Voltic, Bolton, etc.
Alright. So +1, -1.
Channel Lake also. Don't forget.
Yeah. In that case, I'll just pay 6 for a Spinal Crush.
We don't hate it. You got 1 card in ours?
1 in hand.
Go again doesn't matter, but death does.
Death does matter. To those not dying. To the dead, I don't think they care anymore.
All right. 5.
Take 4.
Yeah.
Arsenal pass.
3. What's that?
Do you still need this setup?
What setup? This screen, yeah. That's our monitor here. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to do it off of Splashy because it'll stay set up.
You're looking at this computer, not the other way around.
Yeah, it'll stay set up. You can close it out and leave or
Is
whatever.
the splash top still going?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it should. Okay, so we've got a Channel Lake still in. Arcanite's got 1 on it. And this goes away. And I'm just trying to live, man.
Mm-hmm. Trying to live my life.
Goliath, CNC 8. And Tunic, of course.
I'm gonna play a Red Sigil as an instant.
Oh, come on. the worst. It's the worst. The game is so lost. I've lost this game harder than a man can lose a game.
I told you I was taking you to the cleaners. That's just such a
Guardians.
bamboozle, man. As soon as you play CNC.
What else can I do, though?
So, I mean, I'm
What
not
else
saying
can I
there's
do?
anything to be done. I'm just saying it's so funny to me.
It's Guardian is the worst.
Yeah.
We hate it.
Um,
Red Sigil. Come on, man. Come on.
yeah, let's take 8.
Yeah. Can you dominate and kill me?
Yep.
Okay. Then just do it. I don't even draw my cards. Prove it to me.
It'll be it's a fun way of doing it.
Can you do it through the Channel Lake?
Yeah, Macho Grande. 8 would dominate.
7 costs you 8. All right, we'll crack the boots. We'll go a Timekeepers for 5.
Take 1. Take 4.
Okay, and I will die.
Just making your opponent sweat. I should have really blocked for the armor just in case. Because you could have. But you didn't. You couldn't even arsenal. There's no way.
Yeah, it's the big attacks are the problem.
You can go first this time.
See, I should be running sigils. And then I'll have life. I was running sigils for a long time. And I think you probably should be. But man, those red slots.
Only so many of them.
Only so many, and like, I want so many blues that it doesn't really work.
You had Frigid out, so I'd have to pay the sigil.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I have 1 less card. So I live. Yeah,
Well,
I'll redo.
I just don't play sigil.
That's right.
And then I play it on my turn with the floating resource I have.
Yeah, sure. Or not at all, if you don't want to. Worth knowing. Worth knowing. I was too worked up to play the game properly.
Yeah. I guess I couldn't play it on my turn if you command a conquer.
You just don't play it. So I would have got you close. It would have been kind of scary.
Yeah.
Timekeepers win.
Yeah. I think honestly, if recognizing that, I'd probably just block.
Think so?
And
But Monte Grande just kills me.
Yeah, I have a million things that just kill you. I just need to not die.
Hey, what are you trying to say? I have a plethora of ways to beat you. I don't need this one.
I just need to not die.
Just trying to live, man.
Mason asking, what's the benefit of Sigil over just having a 3-block? There's a few big reasons.
Turn 0 is one good one.
Yeah. One is that having that card there is 3 life that if Steven attacks and he plays like Command and Conquer, I can't block with this card anyway. It's in Arsenal. I could have blocked with the last round, but I had the extra card. I didn't need to block with it. So you can stack it up. The other one, the clearest example to me, it made so much sense once I realized it. Playing as Ninja, as an example, they have Kodachis for 1. If I'm on 1 life and a Ninja comes at you Kodachi for 1, you have to block with a card, and you prevent 1 damage. If you have Sigil, you can gain 3, take 1, and you're up 2 health in that scenario. So you can actually block 3 Kodachis with a single red Sigil, blocking the Kodachis.
I'm going first, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Does Channel Lake matter against you at all?
I mean, would have slowed me down earlier a little, but I don't think so now.
Okay, this is the worst because I'm gonna have to go in without an arsenal. I don't like that at all. But I can get a snappy out, and I can take control of this game. Let's try that. So I'm gonna pitch here for Channel Lake because I need the ice card, and then play a time snap potion.
Okay.
Okay, into the game. Okay. It does also screw up math. Sigil's pretty good against Wizard and stuff where they like think they have the kill and then, well, you saw why it was good there particularly.
Let's pay 2. Create a search. Then let's pay 4. Swing hammer for 6.
Now this is the Guardian I was looking for. Did you honor my Channel Lake Frigid?
Yeah. I have paid 6 for 4 worth of stuff.
Hey, that's a gold foil.
It is.
Wow, this guy must be cool.
Shines bright like a diamond. A gold diamond.
Yes, my gold card shining
Yeah,
bright
man.
like a diamond.
People keep letting me win these pro quests. I want to keep playing those cards.
It's just 4. What is 4 anyway?
6.
Oh, it's just 6? What is 6 anyway? The problem is your Arcane Barrier and then everything
Marcus.
else also.
Golden Othos, my god.
All right, let's block 5 there and take 1. You want a Sigil?
It's a slow road to winning. All right, Arsenal pack.
All right. Let's pitch an Aether Vein to start.
Pay 1.
Yeah, Michael, that's true. You could play it on his turn too if you want to. Same difference.
Yeah, pay 1.
Okay. And then I'll Arsenal here. I'll put this under for Channel Lake Frigid, triggering the flow count.
This pops.
Hold on.
Yeah. I said it pops for this reason.
I'll activate my tunic.
Oh, don't you see?
Okay. What now?
I get to go?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's pay 4, swing hammer for 6.
Cost you 4? Yeah, that's that Channel Lake there.
Nailed it. I mean, on turn 0, that's not a bad thing to be playing. It's fine.
One card in here.
Definitely not a resource to play this Pummel. Pummel doesn't discard, at least on the hammer.
All right, I'm gonna. I don't think this Blizzard's terribly helpful here.
Not while I go again in this house.
Let's pitch for a blue Timekeeper's Whim. 3 arcane to target hero, and it's going to go to the bottom of my deck because I played it on your turn.
I'll take 3. He's keeping time, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. That's a good trade from me there. Let's pitch for A3.
Pay 1.
Got it? There's that red pommel. We did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We're tied on health? Why is that?
Who designed this?
Who designed this? Wee. Lot to balance, lot to balance. You got no cards in hand? All right, let's go. I can't just take 6, but I'm going to.
Yep. I can feel it.
Yeah. Taking 6. Tunic up. Tunic, pitch. We'll do Voltic for 5. This guy's going away.
Let's see how do we get over there.
No, this is from last turn, so these guys are gone.
Pay 3. Take 2.
Yeah.
She's a brick. Am I good to party?
Oh, yeah.
Let's pay 3 for Tear Asunder.
My favorite.
Hammer for 7 with Dominate, and if it hits, you're going to discard 2 cards of your choice.
2? Why does it work like this? This is just like a slap. This is a slap. There's nothing to be done here.
It's so bad.
It's just losing.
It's just so bad.
My gosh.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Now you know what we need to do after this game. We need to bring Kasai out.
All right.
We just need to see how it feels.
A3.
Yeah, I'll take 1.
Giving me a draw. Pull that back there.
I love Aetherrain, dude.
Yeah, me too. Top card. What is this? 7 and then all the bad stuff.
Yeah, just discard 2. Of your choice.
You don't want friends with salad.
What? What did you say?
Said you don't want friends with salad. It's an old Simpsons joke. Okay, so that's something that's going to dominate and kill me, right? I mean, nobody is an idiot here.
I'm not the idiot today. I'll tell you that.
So, sure. So if I block, I can't do anything. If I don't block, it doesn't. Yeah,
Probably can't do
I'd
anything.
take 7. Sure, you got it.
All right.
You figured it out. You just
Hilarious.
swing it, and then I discard 2.
Yeah, you get the choice.
Goliath Icy for 8.
Nice.
Watch yourself. Can't take it. You can't take it.
Okay.
Oh, just let me get on the board. Hey, let me get on the board, man.
Mommy's being mean.
He's just playing. He's countering me at every turn. I guess I should have.
Red Blessing from Arsenal. That's not going to kill you, but I will get a draw card.
Yeah.
I assume you didn't have anything to do.
No.
Yeah. It's Great Surge. And then Swing Hammer only for 4.
Great.
It's lethal though. You can block with that helmet. That's what it's made for.
You got 1 card in here?
1 card. Fox saying, I don't see how Zach just doesn't bring this to Vegas. It's good against Wizard. I mean, it's got bad matches though.
This thing.
Take 1.
We whittling now. We whittling now. Just for 4?
4, man. 6 would be better.
Block 3. I'm not going to get a chance to use this stupid hat because you're doing so much damage all the time. I'm going to Tunic as well here. Block it all.
You got it. Personal power.
Timekeepers for 5. Red Timekeepers whim, I should say. Robots.
Let's pay 3. Let's pay 3 here. Take 2.
Lots to Sheffield. Oh, cool. You must be a cool guy.
In case the game goes on.
Alright, I'll pass here.
Sorry, turn these pop. You want me to trigger them first, or you want to do something?
Yeah, hold on, let me look at it.
Because I'm going to gain some life from this thing. What? Peter wants to know why Red Timekeepers is in your deck.
It's the only source of 5 arcane outside of Voltic Bolt for Chip.
So you like to get like someone like Old Him down low enough that you can combo him out.
Really, Old Him and probably you never win.
Yeah.
But against like anybody. So like normally Kano doesn't run it because he has Crucible. So he runs 2 cost things that you can pump to 5. But Icelander doesn't have Crucible. So your only sources of 5 arcane are Voltic Bolt and Timekeepers.
Okay.
It's just a 3 for 5. You're on all blues and reds, so like it's 1 card for 5. It's certainly not to recur it because that doesn't work yet. There's no winning here. What's the condition here? You got to reveal
Real top 3 for every 3 cost or higher. I gain a life.
So stupid. So stupid.
Odds are high. There's a couple. Pummel, Sigil.
Sure.
There's a Pummel. There's 1 hit. 2 hits, gain 2 life.
Yes, Icelander could have Crucible and just be awful Kano. It's not. It doesn't. It does not change the Guardian matchup. I assure you. Yeah, Peter, that's the idea for sure. Just depends on where the cards are.
Cray Search.
Sure.
Swing a Hammer for 6.
2 floating.
2 floating.
That's handy. Hammer for 6.
Obsidian welcomes you to the Wizard versus Guardian struggle.
Yeah, this I genuinely I've tested this 1,000 times and it does not win.
It seems hard.
And literally, this is the secret. If you simply block it all, it cannot put out enough damage.
Yeah.
It's not possible. So just know that going into Team Blitz.
Yeah.
If you come up against Icelander, do nothing but block.
Do nothing but
You will not lose.
Yeah.
It is not possible.
That's on AB4 is why it's so funny. It's just like AB5 technically. You could just
I would do
literally
one-handed hammer and go 85, and you literally will not lose that game. It is not conceivably possible
Can
how
Kano
you
do
could
it?
learn that
Kano
game.
can do it, right?
Kano can stack it, yeah. Because he has double Wi-Fi, he can go wide.
Yeah.
You can
that's so
stack it
funny.
up, but Icelander cannot. 6?
Just 6, yeah.
No, go again.
No. Too tired after swinging this hammer to do anything else. Smells like a pummel though, you know? You ever smell a pummel in the water? Look at all this pummel
I've
potential.
smelled a pummel before. We're close to good here. We need this to be a different card. It's a bummer. That Tunic Black was pretty questionable too. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of taking all this damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 floating. Okay, so we don't want to do that. We do want to... All right, we can win maybe doing this. So let's go 5. You're swinging for 6?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll block 5 here.
Fast reaction.
Pass.
Take 1.
Yeah.
Before we move to in phase, I'm going to play a red sigil.
It's lovely. We love it. Peter, this is not the fire-breathing version. However, I will tell you that version gets wrecked as well. Exude as well. I've got Exude in here, but I can't tell you how much it doesn't matter. Or I'm just totally wrong. It could be that as well. Command and Conquer for 6.
Yeah. 5, 6.
Does that kill that thing? Oh no, it's Guardian.
Yeah. Their arms go away. This pops.
Okay. You got it. Top on.
Create a surge.
Yeah.
Swing a hammer.
Is that a 6 hammer?
It's a 6.
You got 2 floating, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tails all the time, honestly. Every time I get back to Bravo specifically, it's like, oh yeah, I just block and swing the hammer for 6. This is so much easier.
It's so good. Let's go 5.
Yeah, take
Skull Cap.
Take 1.
Yeah. If I only lose 1 a turn, I can die slowly.
That's right.
All right, let's go Aether Vein. Click it off here.
Pay 1.
Only 1. Wow. And then let's go Timekeepers for 5.
No block.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Campbell, the Exude is not helping me there. I can Exude with 2 cards in hand. What do you do to that?
That pops.
If I play an Exude 0 for 4 and I have 2 cards in hand, how do you block that?
I block it for 9.
Correct.
And then swing the hammer for 4.
You passed the test, Zach.
Thanks. Because guess what? You don't take damage.
It's the only thing you don't do. Don't take damage. What else is happening?
Surge is popping.
Okay, hold on.
One shot to not miss your chance to blow.
It comes once in a lifetime, doesn't it?
Yeah. You better lose yourself.
I'll give you a chance to lose here.
And the music.
I'll give you a chance to lose here. Aether Vein.
Yeah, we'll pay 1.
All right. Great. Get 1 card out of hand. All right, pass it over.
You have 3 cards in hand?
Yeah, 3.
Let's pay 6 for Crippling Crush. No, no dominate.
Okay. I'll block it for 9.
Take 2.
And die.
Now, a lot of people would have paid 2 for dominate there. I'll tell you that. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Why not? Yeah, why? Why not? Why
I
not?
just
Marcus wrecking it.
is he carrying on our song?
Yeah.
You want to throw
all caps, no less.
You want to throw Kasai at this just to give it a chance?
Oh, sure. We'll show you the merry-go-round.
I feel like if Kasai was beating Oldham, I feel like she should be similarly good.
Yeah, it's kind of back and forth. Bravo definitely has his strengths, especially in a meta where people, I don't think, aside from Oldham running a bajillion D-reacts, most of us actually can't run D-reacts because we're so scared of Kano. So, in a world where you can't just arsenal a D-react, Bravo gets roll good. Maybe you should run that in Vegas.
The Bravo Town?
Yeah. The OG, you can flex that gold hammer. That wins you half your games right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was a king.
A king. It's very funny.
Oh, some lovely filth over here.
I'm a couple pieces away from a full gold suite.
You gave me this just stack of ultra Pro's or whatever.
The snaps.
Ultra snappers. Look at this. This is insane. I actually don't know if you're Brave Forge or what. Do we assume that Bravo runs Hammer and Rampart ever?
No.
Okay. Then I will assume that successfully.
It's in the sideboard. I'm about to find out if I need it.
Yeah. Because then we're going to play a little lefty-righty Brave Forge versus Gallantry. Although I think Brave Forge still gets the nod just because you can get one dominate attack for free, which is nice.
Nazad saying, which format do you guys prefer the most, CC or Blitz?
CC.
Definitely CC. He's saying some Blitz seems a little swingy. It is. When you can
It
lose
is.
a game before you do anything, it's pretty rough.
You kind of just have to accept it, though. You kind of love the madness.
This weekend, though, it's a team calling.
And the quickness,
It's
yeah.
best 2 out of 3 for the team. So if one person just gets dunked on randomly, like, it helps fix the variance. It's kind of like, honestly, Magic, we always talk about and we're doing the Power 7 podcast series. We use that game as an example of things we don't like having resources in deck, having a resource curve. If you draw too many resources or too few resources, and the opponent, it's just there's problems there. But one of the realities of Magic is games are 10 to 20 minutes long, and tournaments are best of 3.
Best of 3, yeah.
So it removes some of the variance, which is the same thing a team format does. Card guys, who's going to be your teammate for the Blitz event? So it's us two, and then my longtime friend Matt Coles. He and I teamed up for the Star Wars LCG 2v2 World Championship back in 2013, 2014.
Saw that picture of you and him that he posted.
It was a different era.
Man, yeah, you look way better.
Thanks.
It's horrible.
It was the beginning of a dark time in my life.
Yeah, but you've come out the other side of it. Stronger than ever.
Eating oats.
He's now eating oats. Let me tell you, he was not eating oats back then.
Yeah.
Thomas, we have seen the Fabric of Spoiler. We talked about it earlier. We watched it live. It's super cool. Endurance counters are nice, just to know that they exist.
Now this will be an old-fashioned classic Fab game.
Smackaroli.
You played Dory early on, heavily.
Yeah.
You played actually Dory Sabers way early.
Way early, yeah.
And I played Bravo back then, and we were playing Blitz. So this will actually be very similar to that. But the Guardian Warrior matches are usually pretty good about the back and forth.
Yeah.
Neither of us could just combo out.
I thought this should have been the classic battle. Warrior v Guardian.
For us, it was the classic battle.
Yeah. And then Rhinar v Ninja is kind of interesting.
Take that. Rewind it back. Even, Steven?
Little Johnny got that. Yeah.
It was even. Who's going first?
Hold on. I need to think about that for real.
You definitely don't let me go first.
Yeah, because you got Dominate.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't. We thought about it.
Dominate coming for 9. You're like, I guess I'll waste my armor.
Yeah, we don't want that at all. Okay. I'll go first.
I had a bougie opening hand if I'm going first. Let's say that. Would you like to give me a mulligan?
I don't think I would. Sometimes you get the big attack react open, which is
Sun
nice.
Temple. Let's pull up. What's her name? Kasai Centauri Sellsword. See if it works.
Also known as Cassie if you're from the Midwest.
Cassie. If you'd like to hear James White, founder of Legend Story Studios, creator of the game, laugh at me for asking about the pronunciation of that. Recent podcast with him on it. I took that hit for everybody. I never said Cassie, and then I said it once, and he laughed at me.
I mean, you are kind of in a pickle too, though, because you can't really overblock too much because the second swing is very likely. No. Arsenal.
Sigil.
That's why it's good too.
You can still keep going now that I have less cards than you.
Yeah, that's true. 3 cards, huh?
That's right, Christian. One of the big uses for Rewind is in the Kano mirror. They Storm Strider's Staff, Wildfire. You bounce it back, and they don't have the bonuses.
I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. Slice and Dice red. +1/+3. Pitch, spoils,
Seems good.
and swing. Coming at you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Block 6.
Okay. Look at that. Okay. Look at my hand. We got free sword swing coming in at 5 there. So that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you block 6 there. Could use the card. Don't want to do that. Okay, no reactions there. And then we're coming in for 5 here.
Yeah. We'll go 3, 4, 5.
Oh wait, these are attacks. Hold on, we got to do this.
That's
so that's +1. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's I block 6.
Well, but that might matter here. So I am gonna out for blood here. Go to 7.
Okay.
And give this one +1.
Okay. So it hits.
Yeah. 1 floating copper, and then this one comes in for 6.
Yeah. We'll go 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. That's a fine exchange. Take 1 copper, call it a day.
Remove 2
Technically
armor.
3 copper because of spoils. That's right.
Yeah,
Even better.
That was a great turn.
I blew out for blood. Let's go. Should we? I need a little more room on this board. Yeah. I'm just feeling a little cramped, you know? You feel a little cramped?
Little.
It's good to get
I always
halfway.
feel a little cramped because I got the screen of our faces on us.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Your water.
It's great surge. 2 floating. Hammer for 6.
Man, the number of times you draw that all red hand, you'd think it wouldn't happen very much, you know? You look at the numbers, you run the ratio.
How many blues are in the deck? Just asking
18.
I'll find my own. 18.
Yeah, higher than normal.
That's a lot.
I run that many, so this doesn't happen.
Yeah, but here we are. He's a man bound for reds.
Oh, and it's just it's devastating stuff too. Quite aggravating. So if we have to, then we'll do. I'll block 6 here. 2 reactions there.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh, a pummel.
No, not necessarily. I'm just gonna play it with Sigil. Arsenal pass.
All right, I'm gonna swing the sword for 2. Watch out, you got a route going to the bottom of the deck.
Pitch stack. 1 card in hand.
On the card, no money. 60 in the middle of center.
We'll go no block.
Okay. Arsenal, you got another sigil. You're on the blues as well,
That would be
like those classic battles.
yeah, classic.
It's good. It's good to have blue sigils in that. It's important that people understand how bad that card is.
Let's go pulverize 14.
Just a straight up 14, huh?
Yeah, if it hits, your first attack next round is -4.
Well, that doesn't matter. 14, you still got the arsenal too, huh? I think it is going to hit.
You got armor.
It's true.
Gritter likes my natural pulverize.
Yeah, just right out of hand right there. Just like that. Yeah. Okay, sure.
He's got big arms. I mean,
I'll give you 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
You got it. Didn't hit. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm. You can't keep doing that every time, right? Surely.
It is eventually a problem.
It will. I've already lost like 18 cards out of my deck. You should just go fatigue now.
That's what this is. It's just active fatigue.
All right. Pitch, swing for 2, 1 float.
Yeah.
How do we beat Datadol also? I've never even played it. I've never even thought about Datadol.
You just play Fab.
Okay.
They have a 3-card hand. They get some items. You just win quick.
Okay, just attack.
No block.
Okay. Red Blade Runner here. Go again, and then next one's +3. And then we'll swing at you for 5. 1 copper floating. Active Fatigue. That's a pretty clever name.
I'll take 5.
Okay. 2 more copper.
It's getting gross.
He's got money. You got armor, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. She's Bravo.
Oh, there's the blues.
Let's pay 5 for Spinal Crush for Dominate.
Do you have 2 for that pommel? Oh my gosh.
Tastes good.
Let's just get it over with. Let's just get it over with, right? I'm not just gonna let you have it in Arsenal for the rest of the game. I can play around for the rest of the game. So we
You
just
just gotta deal with it, yeah.
we just deal with it. Yeah, you just deal with it. Block for 7 here.
Pommel.
Okay.
Going to 13.
So take 6.
Oh, wait. I had Dominate.
Oh, you did.
Don't have Pommel.
Well, it's going to happen the same way. We're going to lose this one and this one. Then you pummel it.
Pommel. 13.
Okay, 13 minus 4, 9.
Yep.
And discard this card. So take 9. Take 9, take 9. And I lose that card. Okay. Cool. And then I don't have go again.
Right.
Okay. Alright, let's just swing for 2.
No block.
Pass.
Oh, Bravo. Crippling.
Yeehaw.
11 with Dominate. Yeehaw.
You made me put my D-Reacts back in.
Mm-hmm.
2 at random?
Yep.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a bad choice here. No Arsenal acceptable. And you do have Bravo here. Did you choose how your cards were in order?
Yeah, pitch tagging. Last game.
I
shuffling.
see.
I also use the Matty P consistent random method.
Let's see. 4. Now 6 here might work. I think I have to stay above the just lose phase. Yeah, so I'm gonna block 6 there.
Take 5.
Yeah.
2 at random. I'll let you shuffle them. Deal. Did you pick? You can keep the middle. Any
Just
blood on your hands over there?
Active fatigue. No. No, I never see that card. If you can believe it. Pitch blue, swing saber for 2. You can't just keep dominate attacking me. I know you're going to run out. Right? Right?
Confirm me.
Isn't that correct?
Come on.
All right. React. Played under red. Next attack has +3. Go again. Activate Brave Forge Bracers for +1. Swing for 6.
Let's block 3. Take 3.
Okay. I'm going to take 7 copper total. Okay. And we're back. Boots recharge.
Surge.
Are you going to swing that hammer? This is a guy swinging that hammer.
Hammer for 6.
Sure. For
Hammer
sure.
for 6.
Okay. We got some funkin' to do.
Pretty good blood on your hands, Saren.
We'll go 3-4 here.
Take 2?
Yeah.
Arsenal pass.
I do indeed have blood on my hands.
Oh, let's go.
I'm going to destroy 5 copper. And then we're going to go double swing on both. Go again on this guy. And what do you think? +1 on both is kind of cool. 3 breakpoints. You have a lot of attacks, right? Let's do it that way. Let's just destroy another copper. We'll give it all. Why bother? Yeah, you might see another blood on your hands. You don't want to broadcast your hand exactly. Crack courage. Swinging at you for 3.
So you're gonna get 4 attacks.
4 attacks, yeah.
Yeah. Walk through here.
3 on the equip. Got it. Swinging at you for 3 again.
Block 3.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and glint that one. Try to get a better card here. Okay. Swinging at you for 3 again.
This here.
Actually, here, let me do that differently.
Okay.
After I draw off glint, I'll go ahead and use the out for blood here. So take 3, and then my next attack gets +2 or +1.
It gets +3.
Yeah, 3 natty. So you'll take 3, and then
Yeah.
this one's coming in at 4.
Okay.
Now you know I'm out of tricks, so maybe that's wrong. I don't know.
How many attacks after this one?
1.
Yeah, I'll take 4.
Okay. Well, Brave Forge, swing for 4.
Chain's broken.
Ooh, yeah. Can that block again? Does that have temper?
It would blow up, but yeah, I can't block it. So it's kind of the same difference. You just get rid of my armor.
Is it blocking for 1 or 2?
It would block for 1. I'd blocked for 1.
Okay, so it would be the same idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just make me lose my armor.
Okay, I guess that's okay.
I'll block 3 here.
Maybe that's wrong. We don't know. You got it. So you take
1.
1, right. Then we generate 2 more copper. Creative Frisk dead?
What?
Was a Creative Frisk dead?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
in my head. I don't ever use it for anything but blocking.
In your head.
All right, let's create a surge, swing hammer for 6.
It's a classic. Temptation Island over here. How many sigils have you played? 2, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think I hit 3. You did armor, then out for blood, then block. I thought you blocked the 3rd swing. It won't matter. But did you block the 3rd swing fully?
I don't think so.
And then the 4th swing you took 1 too, yeah. Okay, so we get another copper. Yay haw. Okay, let's see. This is a thinker right here. You got 1 card in hand, you got 2. Well, man could pummel. How many red pummels we seen? 1?
Less than all of them.
Yeah, we've seen 1 red pummel. Okay. So we gotta honor that, I think, here. Yeah. So we'll do 3, 4, 5.
Currently taking 1.
Oh, no, wait. You're swinging for 6. Dang it. I can't play this game forever, though. I hate this part of the game. You're at 1. You've got how many blockies left? Skull cap, you've got 1 on, unless I go to 1. Gotta thread that needle to go to 1 though, right here. Do I gotta honor that pummel or what? Huh. Okay. Or do you not have it? Man could not have it, but why wouldn't you have blocked with that card? That's what the inquiring minds would ask. Why
Either I'm an idiot.
Or you're playing next level fab where you make me think that you have the pummel, so I have to put 2 cards into this 6.
Oh, man.
Plus the dynamo.
That is next level fab. It's like earlier when I called your CNC. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, why would he give you a strike go again, right? And have 2 cards left.
Because then that'd be good for me, because then you have a 2 block in hand. And then you've got cap, card. You come in with kind of the same math. Okay, so yes, I do have to honor this pummel. Ergo, we're going to block for 6. And the dynamo.
Yeah.
So.
Mine?
Yeah.
Red pommel.
Okay. So I take 3.
Yeah.
Turn your hat off.
Yeah.
Mistakes. Look at this guy, getting him ready for Team Blitz. He's turning his hat off. How am I supposed to deal with this? Spoils of War. Swing at you for 4. Spoils of War, swing for 4. My mom always liked that play. Ah!
And the next one's going to be coming in for how many?
I did spend the last copper Pocknut.
Just 2 on the next one?
Yeah, so 4 and 2. Also known as 3 cards in Zach's hand land.
Yeah. Block here? Oh, no, sorry, that's the wrong one. Okay.
All right. Swing for Brave for 2. You know, Brave for 2.
Block 3.
Yeah. Recharge the dynamo. Oh, this is the grind we like to be in right here.
Yeah.
1 card block. Can we do it?
Hammer 4.
Yeah. Dynamo plus... Okay. Plus thinking. 3... Hold on a second. 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Dead to rights. No, wait, maybe not. 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 3, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of ways this goes well. Okay, so we can get there. Block 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now we go 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we need blood on our hands.
That's bad.
Yeah, crack 4. We don't have the free swings though, so it's a bit different. So let's break point, go again, +1, +1, swing twice. Yeah. So swing 4. There's a heuristic for this, as our old friend Brendan Patrick would say. 5.
I still don't know what that means.
5. Yeah, it's just like a handy device to understand. All right, so I have 4 things to spend. So we'll go 1, swing twice, go again. Okay, so let's think about that for a second. Let's make sure. Swing twice, go again. Yeah. And we're gonna Oath of Steel. Swing, get a +1 counter.
How in the world do I ever win this?
Then we're gonna pitch a blue and swing for 4, courtesy of Oath.
Whew. No way. Block 5. You get +1.
Swing for 6, courtesy of
Block
Oath.
6. You get +1.
Kill you with 1.
Got me.
And swing for 3.
Oof.
All right, we got there. You just gotta bear it, right?
Yeah. You just gotta bear it.
Grin and bear it.
The turn after I nattied, crippling crushed. It was just 4 blues, so it was like hammer swing. But yeah, I don't have any.
So I was right. He can't keep dominating, attacking.
Yeah, it was just not there.
Okay,
That was good.
that was intense. This is crazy as it gets. You want to do that one more time?
I'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
Who went first there? You went first?
I did go first, yeah.
Let me report that.
It was actually pretty good. Pretty good first turn, honestly.
Yeah.
We're in the end game now.
I like this better than the old him into this.
It was way better, yeah. Old him just gets dunked on. God, this cold foil Kasai looks incredible.
Right? I picked that up because
What the heck?
that was back when we were still playing Blitz.
Yeah.
And she came out, and I was like super excited to play Warrior. Because you were playing Dory, so I was like, yeah, I'll play Warrior. And then we pivoted to Constructed and never looked back.
Yeah. You would probably dig this quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, do you like linear value?
I like being aggressive. I'm excited for her adult talented version, whatever that looks like.
Yeah. Why, I think the Guardian should block out to prevent all the copper. Yeah, so if they do go with that fatigue strategy, you got to identify it pretty early. That's why there's a lot of cards in this deck specifically for that matchup. So then what Kasai has to do, and a lot of decks aren't built to do this, but you have to pitch stack second cycle, and you've got to go double Oath and Gallantry, ideally. I don't think Old Him can beat. I've not really lost to Old Him either direction with Kasai. If you build it a certain way, you take odds off of other matchups, but you have a fatigue plan, which I dig quite a bit. I don't like losing those kinds of games. You can try fatigue if you want. We can see how that looks if you're that kind of person. Or
I could.
or we could not.
I mean, the thing is, I was basically disabling your entire turn.
Yeah, totally.
And then you would swing for like 2 and I would take it. But if I had just been fatiguing you, I'm giving you whatever turn you want. And as you saw, the turns that you have unstoppable turns.
I have turns that are impossible to block correctly. Yeah,
and
because the reactions.
Like when I'm taking the 2, I'm not giving you copper. You were getting coppers beyond me blocking.
Yeah. Yeah, the reactions make it hard. Why does Oldham? I haven't lost to Kasai. That's why we play that Team Blitz format right there. Let's see who's right. I think a lot of Kasai's are not built to beat Fatigue. Very much. Even the old Oops All D-React Oldhim is reasonable. But I mean, I don't know how many of the Kasai's are stacking the +6 value stuff, you know?
All right, you ready?
Yep.
It's Gray Surge.
Mm-hmm.
And then Showtime.
I hate that opening
Crippling.
so much.
Over to you.
What could go wrong, right?
It's good.
All right, damage. It's funny because, like, I'm going to do damage to you, and then I'm not going to have a skull cap, and then this crippling crush is going to come in for a 1 bajillion. Welcome to club. Space Marine, no, I don't have a link. I won't drop a link to that list until after the Team Blitz, if ever, but probably after the Team Blitz. 2, coming at you, swinging the sword. Got to go win that event first. I will say, though, I think if you're playing Kasai in the Team Blitz, it has to be able to beat Oldhim.
Yeah. Some amount of time.
It must. Like 70, 80%. Or else you should probably be running somebody else.
Block 2.
+3 for Out for Blood.
Yeah, take 3.
+3 for Stroke of Foresight.
Take 6.
And then all Arsenal.
Like, what am I can't prevent that damage.
Yeah, obviously I don't get coppers, but didn't have any go again in hand. Still
Marcus,
get damage.
Showtime gives me life.
Yeah.
These pop.
Yeah.
Although throwing.
Crippled. I'm too weak.
Yeah. So we're basically gonna Bravo, Surge, and Crippling Crush.
Yeah. With Donnie.
Actually, let's switch things. With Dominic.
I love it. See, this is the cool thing about a metagame, right? Benjamin Anderson saying I won against every Oldhim during Battle Hardened in New Jersey on Kasai. It's just about how you play it, how you build it. I love that there's that variation there.
Yeah. That's why you get the reps and you go to a tournament and see who's right.
So let's see. Am I full on 2,
Fridging
4,
out.
5, 8, 9, 10, 11? Yeah, that's kind of the point, I guess, huh?
Only 2 cards in hand. Ooh,
I hope it's not a pummel.
Pummel would be so good. So good.
Let's just get it out of the way, right?
Yeah, can you imagine Pummel here? Just woof.
I will imagine. Let's see. What do I need to imagine in a world where I actually play this deck well? Yeah. Okay. So this is what I need to imagine. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 3 ahead.
Pass. Take 3. Arsenal. Over to you. Clean out the fridge.
Yeah. Fridge is open. Okay, I'm gonna pitch this blue driving swing saber
For dose.
for dose.
Block 2.
Blocking 2 visas. You're less than me somehow?
Yeah. You jamoked me.
Let's play a yellow run through. It's basically just Blade Runner. +2 and then go again on the next one. Interesting. It's not an impressive enough break point. Going to 5 doesn't much matter, does it? Swing for 4 on the sabers there.
Yeah.
1 copper on the Kafrika. Yes, this is the new. This is the gold hammer, the hammer of beauty. Speaking of fridges being cleaned out here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take 4.
Okay, I'm gonna have to think for a second. While we're here, you know, take 4. We don't like it, but I'm just gonna pitch red biting for +3.
Take 7.
Yeah.
Oof.
There's your anti-fatigue card right there.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Would you like your sabers to get 7 value on Blood on Her Hands turn?
Probably.
Yes, I would. I would like that.
You got a copper from that, right?
Yeah. What's up, Goblin Reserve? I did. Yeah, thank you. Keep me honest.
Bravo.
You doing another big guy?
Surge. Spinal Crush with Dominate.
Okay. No go again.
Nope.
Okay. Boots are out. I'm gonna block with 1. Got 1 card. Could be a pummel too still. I mean, they're everywhere, aren't they?
You've seen none pummels yet.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get it out of the way, man. Get
Here,
it out of the
there,
way.
everywhere.
Get it out of the way.
We're back to a pummel meta.
Block 3, take 6, unless you have further actions.
Nah, you can take 6.
Well, thanks.
Arsenal. Yeah, it's free.
You can take 6.
Thanks for playing. Bye-bye now.
Dominate is such a bummer. Okay. Is it only attacks don't have go again, or is it all abilities? Action cards, right? Everything loses go again. Just the worst. Why do you have to be like that?
Why are you the way that you are?
What a great question. Pitch, swing for 2.
Oh, lordy.
Been asking that myself lately.
2, eh?
Yeah, you better watch out. 2 cards, no resources. Ow. That loud for me.
Oh.
Goblin, is the opinion on Blitz changer? It's just prep. It's prep for Team Blitz. Any team event we can play, I think we will. So if they say it's Blitz, then it's Blitz. We'll play it.
Block 2.
A blue pummel.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pass.
Yeah.
Arsenal, that guy.
Terra Thunder. Hammer for 7. Dominate.
It's good stuff.
It is. Card's good.
Yeah, 2 random.
2 of your choice.
Okay. That card's so much better in Bravo than it is in Oldham.
Agreed.
So much better.
Hammer for 7? I mean, come on. With a hit effect? It's like a Field of Dreams.
Okay, but we also...
Goblin Reserve. That's awesome. I really wish we could have gone to Vegas. Never thought I'd be bummed out spending a week in Key West. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I've been ever since the really a couple months in the pandemic. I've desired to go sit on a beach for a while.
Wow.
On vacation.
Need another vacation.
I'm not saying I actively need another one. I'm just saying that's been like something I wanted to do, but you couldn't really travel for a while.
7. You got courage even. Congratulations.
Wow.
You did it. You should feel very happy about that one.
That GIF of the Apple Computer Kit. And all that's used up, right?
Yeah.
The fridge is gone.
I got 1 on Skulk. I ever go lower than you. And Dynamo's, of course, going to keep grinding because that's how Dynamo do.
Okay. Show me what you're working with.
All right. We're just working with a swing for 2. Show you nothing. 2 floating. The way you make me feel.
Let's block for 2. Hat and boots.
Hat and Boots. Wasn't that a famous book? Hat and Boots?
No idea.
All right, we got a yellow blade runner. Nothing new under the sun. +2 to the next. Go again on this one. Nothing here breaking the chain matters. And it didn't hit anyway, so there's no Brave Forge trigger. Yeah. 4. Coming at you. It's Space Moose, and I really like Hit and Run, but it feels bad using just for the go again. I don't know what these Kasai players are thinking. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Red and yellow Hit and Run in Kasai makes no sense to me whatsoever. I truly cannot understand it. People are running it. All the lists you see have it. I don't get it. It seems to have terrible value to me.
Just block for 4.
But I'm just a normal person, right? 4.
Yeah. Block 4.
All right. I don't know. I'll end the swing for +3. And does that resolve?
Yeah.
In the swing for +3 again?
Staunch.
Okay. I don't know if I just hold off on and just like take the 3.
I take 1.
Do you staunch though if I only have the 3 +3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a potato hand. I'm just trying to not.
So you just waited me out. You just said I'm taking 3.
Well, he moved to it immediately. Here we are. I mean, you have to pass before we get there, so I could just pass and take it.
Yeah, pass it back to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah.
My turn. I'm just gonna pitch to create a surge. Over to you.
Okay. Okay.
Checks out.
Let's see, you're at 6, so this is good breakpoints here. Slice and dice, red. Pitch here, swing for 3. Zarin, yeah. So he can, like, I play in the swing. I can pass back to Zach. Then he can respond or not. And if he doesn't, then we move on, I think. Or no, then in the swing resolves. And then I still have priority. So then I would pass. You would either play staunch or pass. If you passed there, then I couldn't play the in the swing, which is correct. But we didn't do that officially because we're just grinding it out. But we will. It'll definitely get cleaner
Block 3.
in reality, you know, when that happens. All right, well, red Blade Runner here. Pitch that red, all red hand, but it's still delivering. And then swing for 8. That's what Cassie can do. Ray Arnon, what you guys think about this illusionist turn into 8 power on a pursuit of knowledge plus eventually pummel on it? Sounds outrageous. I think it'd be totally fine, Ray, to be honest with you. I mean, the play you're talking about is 1 card from hand, 2 cards from hand, 3 cards from hand, 4 cards from hand for 8 power pummel. I mean, that's... Bravo has been doing that all day.
Mm-hmm. This ain't good. I'm going to sigil for 4.
Oh,
for 3.
It can't block.
I'll block with my armor and then take 6.
Okay. My copy. I may have missed one there.
And then, you know it. Surge, hammer.
Hammer for 4.
6.
It's so good.
He shakes his head. Head by 8.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's greedy. All right, I'll block 4 Dynamo and then take 2.
Okay.
Okay. Swing for 2. 2 float.
Yeah.
This is where it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that, Zach?
I did.
Did you know that this is where it's bad?
I can feel it. I'll block with the armor.
Good choice. 100% correct. You have 3? Because I have to glint here. Can you imagine if I get a draw there? Game is over. Swing for 2.
Getting sweaty. Sometimes you just gotta call it right.
Get me back in here, dude. I think you got back in. I went from all red to all blue. It's just the greatest thing in baseball, isn't it?
Coming in for how many?
2. It's not much.
Well, if you had a +3, you would have already killed me. He's a thinking man.
I could be playing around staunch, you know? You never know. In what way, we're not sure, but... Come on, dude. Old squirrely Zach, this is the worst. It's the worst.
I think I gotta do it.
That's true. You could break a copper here and draw a card if you wanted. Not to be forgotten. I was thinking he would definitely block with a card from hand here. Glint goes up. So I'm kind of holding on to my fledgling blood on her hands turn.
You would have done that already, or you're just toying with me. I'll block 3.
You got Arsenal here.
Oops.
Dynamo comes in, and yeah, it's all you.
Crippling for 9, or pain 6. Coming for
Raw.
11. Yeah.
Crippling. Okay. No matter how you slice it. It's 2 cards, 3 cards rather. And you still got the arsenal. Ugh. Dude, yeah, you found your way back into this. Horrible.
We'll see.
Horrible.
The way you made me feel.
9. I take 2. Man, yeah, you could have a really just killer hand here. Oh, it would be devastating. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. We'll dominate action.
Okay. No, you're getting called out. I'm gonna block 9.
Block with both armor twice? Take 2?
Yeah. That's all right.
That's one way to win.
There you go. Use your armor a bunch. Pitch, swing for 2. 2 footing. That matters. I wonder what's in your arsenal.
Never tell.
That's right, Sun Temple Radio. It's heating up with the avatar of is effectively the sun. So it must be. How many sigils have you played?
Block.
Also,
Less than you want.
one only. I see. All right, so let's think about this. This gets +1 because that's an attack. Yeah, you do that differently. You like that? Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm just gonna out for blood here for +1. Out for blood blue.
Okay, take 1.
Yeah.
Boop.
Lethal sabers feels important. All right. Good luck.
Surge.
I gotta swing that hammer. Swing that hammer. Did you draw a potato?
Hammers are 6.
Glorious day. Oh my gosh. We love it. Okay. We gotta think about this very, very carefully, though. Very carefully. If I just straight up take 6 here, that could be the greediest thing on earth because the pummel's around. And you don't do that. So I block 4, I take 2, you pummel, I go to 1. You turn my lovely hat on, I lose 2 cards and play into 3, 2, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna block 4, attempting to take 2.
We're gonna play a blue pummel. 1 to 8.
And there's no card loss there, right?
Right.
So I take 4? Yeah. 7 minus 4 is 3. My hat's still on. Some kind of freaking genius.
Your hat's still off.
Right, off. Still on my head. Okay. Now we do... Let's see, does that get any more cards out of your hand is the question. Important to remember, so 4, you have no armor. So going to 5 doesn't matter, doesn't it? This is double. Yeah. So let's go red slice, pitch, spoils. So coming at you for 3 + 2, 5 here. And the next attack will be +3.
So it'll be 5 and 5.
5 and 5. Yeah, that's what you're looking at. Which gives me the chance to just have a big old 4-card potato hand.
Block 6.
All right, swing it again.
Block 6.
Clawing into these 4-carders. Let's go.
Potatoes.
Haven't seen a blood on her hands yet. I predict blood on her hands and 3 reds. It's literally what I just drew.
Is that bad?
Yeah, I think so.
I got your chess piece over there.
Yeah.
I think it's bad.
It means you don't probably play it here. You probably try to get a different hand. So what can I do? I can do 5 and 5 again, which kind of puts you in the same situation. 5. Yeah. So I've got to do this again, but I'll get an arsenal out of it. So Outland, swing for 5. I don't think the first swing hit, Peter. It was 5, blocked 6, yeah?
Block 6.
Yeah, it was only 5, Peter. Yeah, right on. And then Blade Runner, go again, +3, and then swing for 5.
Block 3. Red sigil.
Give it +1 here. So it's going to go to 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down to 1.
Yeah. And arsenal here.
Don't feel so good.
I'll get 2 copper from that, which is nice.
Pass back to you.
Yeah, no worries, Peter. All right, look at us down to the bottom stack now. This is where all the things you pitched are very relevant. Let's go blood on our hands. Let's crack
no.
5 copper.
He made it. I die. There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough with Guardian in this.
Pitch
I
a
don't feel so
bunch
good.
and we'll stroke and yeah. That's right. I can finally like sword dance my way into your armor.
Yeah. It's good.
So Kasai seems to be quite good against Guardians. It's not a free matchup, but it's one of the better heroes into Guardian.
Yeah, I think Blood on Your Hands is so good because it gives you the massive turn you need to get over Guardian.
Yeah.
Especially Oldhim. And courage.
Let's see him out.
The courage reduction on top of the massive turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to do a bunch of damage. You need to poke through enough to get your coppers.
Yeah.
And the reactions make it really hard to not let you get that. Which makes it a weird choice when I'm looking at, like, I could block. You can't overblock.
Right.
But if you do overblock, it's not like Dory where overblocking stops the turn. Is the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so much better. It's like crazy so much better. So Kasai, good into Guardian. Guardian, good into most everything. Even there are some Guardians that probably would say I have a 50-50 or higher into Kasai, depending on how they build their old hymns or their Bravos. I don't know the Bravos there, but maybe. Bravo playing a grindier game is probably bad because Kasai grinds so well with Dynamo. Then we have the aggro decks, Chain, Briar, etc. How do they feel into Guardian?
It's a fair match.
Just somebody's gonna win.
We say like Runeblade as an example. Chain has less time in this game.
Yeah.
To do what he does. Guardian probably has a pretty reasonable match into that, and the wrong hit effect at the right time for that is bad.
Yeah, we also need to check the fatigue strategy out against Chain more. Because it just could be better.
Yeah. I mean, I think a Warrior can fatigue Chain.
Yeah. That's something we need to look at.
Yeah.
Real hard.
Yeah. So, I mean, Guardian, the reason that...
Kano gets wrecked by Guardian.
I think...
Kind of.
He can get over it.
Yeah.
But it's also... It just depends. If they can threaten, he has so little life. Bravo does better into that match, I think. just because he can actually swing.
Yeah.
Oldham's not bad either.
Oldham, the problem with Oldham is a really good Kano player, you give them the chance to win in that matchup. Like the Alexander Vors and stuff are going to know how to stack the last, X cards of the deck to get the sequence that they need that will get over AB4 plus Crown, AB5.
Yeah, but Kano can just nuke other decks.
It has a chance to win against pretty much everything.
Yeah, and it can even win against Guardian for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just, you saw it slowly start happening with your Icelander deck. Like, Kano's better because he can pitch to a bigger stack at the end. Mm-hmm. But it's the kind of, depends on which players playing what, but if you're like Oldham and you're really at a high level, you're like stashing a
CLF.
A Chalic Fridge at some point, or you're pitch stacking it. You pitch stack it earlier, you hold it. Mm-hmm. You just wait.
Yeah.
And then once they get to their stack, you're into it.
You need to keep it up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's play and counterplay, and tons of different opinions. Peter's saying Aggro Oldham Rex Kano. I don't think there's a world where that's true. Depending on the Kano. Like here's the other secret about Kano. It's not an easy deck to pilot. And so opinions about Kano 2 can be formed. Like I had thoughts about Kano for a long time, and then I played against Mike, who's on our team, who's an incredible player, and my understanding and appreciation of Kano goes through the roof. I was beating Kano consistently with Kasai, didn't take a single game off of him. 8 games in a row. 8 games in a row.
Yeah.
He just dunked on me every time. Now, and I had been beating Kano, so that's the thing. It's like, okay, well, then that makes you reconsider your rankings when you see somebody who's just like a savant on Kano. Mm-hmm. Totally different experience.
Neil, by the way, saying Heart of Ice is a thing.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what it does in the Kano matchup is it makes them have to, pop off early, but aside from that, it's fine.
I mean, it is nice compared to here. I have to kind of attack not knowing. Mm-hmm. But if you can just pay one and then know if they're going forward or not before you've committed to anything else, that's usually pretty easy. When I was playing Oldham, that's what I was doing. It's like, it's important, but not as important as you might think it is.
Yeah, correct.
But it is important just because you don't ever waste. Yeah. Yeah,
and I think the key thing there too is, so you're dunking 2 cards if you do Heart of Ice and then Hammer, right? Because you have 2 floating. So you're also going to lose a card at the end of that chain that you could not lose if you just hammered.
Yeah.
So it does get a little different where like they can still find ways, even paying 4 for Kano's ability and then paying 2 on a 1 cost, etc. You can still kind of get in there sometimes. But yeah, it does make things harder. I think Icelander into Kano for the same reason is really interesting because she has Heart of Ice. Mm-hmm. And so then it's this cat and mouse thing where she can like
she can frostbites at weird times.
And she can do weird frostbites, yeah.
I do think like...
It's really a cool meta, actually.
The reason that Oldham is preferred to Bravo is Heart of Ice obviously is helpful, but you also get the Crown of Seeds shield combination.
Yeah.
That's really good. So even here, if you Crown of Seeds Rampart into the first Saber, it's like you have to react to hit, and I haven't even spent a card.
Yeah.
But he's truly playing just fatigue.
Yep. You got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
If you're going into a Team Blitz like this.
So it's not... The crazy thing is, especially with Team Blitz, they have to be on 3 different heroes. So even if there was a busted hero, which I don't think there is, I think Oldham has bad matches. I think Oldham can lose to pretty much any deck. Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
There are some that he will not lose to Icelander, for instance.
Yeah.
That is an impossibility.
It just will not happen. And then, I think the Bravo choice to me is like, if you want... I wouldn't play Bravo if no one's playing Oldham.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you get a second character who has a lot of the same strengths, but has to play a little more aggressive, which is different.
Do all the decks that target Oldham also, sideways target Bravo is the other question.
It depends on which version of Oldham you're targeting. Mm-hmm. The ones that target the D-reacts, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
because
you're doing the totally opposite thing, yeah.
And he, the hammer for 6 is a different math than the hammer for 4.
Yeah. I also think Bravo's interesting in this meta because I don't think anybody can afford to run D-reacts because Oldham is the control matchup that you can't have dead cards against Oldhim that don't do anything.
Kano's also bad.
At least for Kasai, because I've always got block 4 with Dynamo. So, like, what's a sink below for me? I'd rather have cards that can contribute damage and continue to churn to the fatigue. But then you have, so we're not running it as dead into Kano, like you said. So it makes aggro decks not want to. It makes us want to blitz and not run D-Reacts.
Well, D-Reacts are also not that good in Rhinar.
They're not that. Now, there's a case to be made. You put a sink below an Arsenal, he intimidates 3 out of your hand, you can still block 2.
That's fine. It's just mainly like, if he intimidates 2 out of hand and hits your D-React, and then
you go into your turn.
You either don't block, or if you do block, you lose everything but the D-Reacts, and then it's like, well, wait a second.
Yeah. It can be good or bad. I don't know where the math on Rhinar. I've had them work well for me, and then I've had them be like, now Shunt's really bad into Rhinar. I was running that for a little while. Really tough. So yeah, it's just like really cool where it is ultimately. Like there's just no real definite right answers like we've seen in a lot of the CC metas where like Starvo is the only thing, and you've got to you tech to that first and make sure you can try to beat that.
Yeah.
The fact that the Blitz is just kind of a totally different meta. It's actually a lot more dynamic, and then also it's a Team Blitz, so it's 33% chance of seeing any of the bogeyman of the format. It's like
I think that
really opens up some things.
That's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
If it were just a Blitz event, I would expect it to be 30 to 50% Oldhim, and then 20, 30% Kano, 20, 30% Rhinar, and then 10, 15% everything else. But because none of those numbers can be greater than 33% chance, it does change what you have to. And then, of course, not being CC, you don't have a sideboard, so you can't play cards. You can. It's hard to risk playing cards that are going to be dead, which then also makes some heroes have a tough time.
Yeah. Now, the other piece here that folks don't talk about too much is the fact that D-React Oldhim runs a pretty good amount of reds and yellows. So I think there's going to be situations where Kano is just like, let's YOLO it. And sometimes you catch them on like 3 red D-Reacts. Yeah.
Kano could put in that card, the attack from Arsenal that lets you look at their hand.
Pry? You can run the Pry, man. Yeah.
Just take a peek.
Let's go. Yeah. I love it. Cool. Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Yeah, Benjamin, we've seen Plasma Barrel Dash. I don't think it's good enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like the problem is it's so linear in what it's wanting to do. You can really have an obvious plan against it. Like Kasai with all this armor, Bravo with all that armor, Oldhim with all that armor, D-Reacts, etc. It's just like block until the pounders are done, and then it's a pretty basic grindy matchup. So there's no real surprises there. It can high roll real good. That's fair, and it can go fast enough that it beats Kano. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's checking boxes.
A lot of decks can though. So you start to look at what if it gets paired with X? What if it gets paired with Y? So I think it's a tough one to bring to a Team Blitz because it feels very much like a one-dimensional thing. But it might be the best. I mean, I don't think it's the best. It might be the best. I don't think it's the best. The best choice, at least.
But I think it's playable.
Absolutely. Everyone has a third slot. There's no right answer for the third slot.
Yeah.
I think everyone has to bring in Oldhim because it demands to be answered, and you'll steal a lot of games just grinding.
Is there anything that is better than 50% into Oldhim? Has anyone got anything on that one?
Man, I think a good Rhinar probably can be better than 50% into Oldhim.
Okay.
But it's not. You can't sling it and be crazy. I think you have to set up a giant Blood Rush turn and get it done. And you've got to be able to sequence it in a way that you're like, honestly, you really want it to be double barraging, Blood Rush, and then that first attack, you really need their hand to be empty so they can't ice react you. And they can't crown, right? Like you've got to try to. They can crown, but then they get the 1, and then is it ice card, and then they can ice react, get the card out. There are ways to kind of get through that big turtle shell, but sometimes it doesn't happen, and sometimes it just slaps you for 4, and you can't operate your turn, and it's awful. And yeah, it just depends on what happens. Like Wyatt's saying, Oldhim can tech into Rhinar and lose some points off other matches, and here we go. What's the final spoiler today?
Helios. How do you say that word? Miter?
Meter, I think.
Meter?
Yeah, meter. M-I-T-R-E. Yeah.
It's a token. Does that mean everyone can use it, or you have to open it still? I think you have to open it still.
No, I think all the tokens are freely available.
So everyone can.
Yeah,
play
because like
this.
embodiment of Earth is token, that kind of thing.
Prevent the next 1 damage or instant pay 2. Prevent the next 1 damage that will be dealt to your hero this turn by a source of your choice. Destroy Helio's meter at the beginning of the end phase.
Okay, so it's like Quell, but more expensive.
And once.
And it's one source only. Is it once per turn?
What's this? There's a card called Dragons of Legend.
Okay, so that's that weird set card. So you can run it without running the dragons?
Invocation placeholder card.
Uh-huh.
So you can invoke and still have the dragon to play. And it's a token. And it tells you the cost and block value of...
Yeah. So don't you write on it with like a marker or something?
You may put
This is a
in
whole
your deck
thing.
in place of an invocation you own. Mark the box next to the dragon's name this invokes. When this card is played or put into your graveyard, swap it for the invocation card. But interestingly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 on the list. So that means there's 12 dragons.
Okay. 12 dragons. Wow. And then on that helmet, is it just an instant? It just says instant pay 2, prevent 1 from a source?
Yep, so you could do it multiple times.
Okay, so you could, spend a lot of cards at your hand to do very little prevention, but it could save you against Arcane, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Times. Hey, if you're going to be in Vegas, say hi. And,
Yes, please.
We're planning
Please.
on going out to dinner somewhere Sunday night. I've been talking with the German place we went to last time. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work out. Just given how they... I was trying to reserve the space, and they're just not.
Did you call them?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
They can reserve it, but it's very complicated and very expensive to like. More like it's just a
Complicated and expensive?
not.
Those are the two things
Those
I
are
don't
two
like.
things that made me very.
So we might just roll the dice and go to the beer garden
Oh, just try to go.
and just
Maybe.
see,
Yeah,
or maybe try
to
to
find somewhere else.
I don't know. I feel like that space was so giant. That beer garden was so giant that like it'd be hard to imagine that we couldn't just stuff a bunch of people in there.
Yeah, it's just a matter of whether it's open or not.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah,
Did they say it might not be?
Well, it's not that it's not open. It's just that how many people are there. So last time we were there and was like, hey, can we? And then they were waiting for the people to leave that were there, and then they did, and they're like, yeah, we can let you in there.
Oh, it's like a special place.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Love it. Pognak, is the event being streamed? Is it? We don't know. Is it Channel Fireball?
Yeah, it's
doing
Channel
it?
Fireball.
It's
They'll
Channel
stream
Fireball. They'll stream everything. I think it would be the same as always. And hopefully we do all right.
Yeah. If not, we'll tell you all about it next Tuesday.
Is there a day 2 for Team Blitz? Mm-hmm. Okay. How many rounds in round 1?
I assume it's like a standard calling, so 7 rounds, and then come to day 2, 3 to 5 rounds, cut to 8.
Okay.
They might cut to 4 since 4 is the team cut.
Yeah.
4 is where 4 is the equivalent of the top 8 for this one.
Well, that's cool. All right. Well, hopefully we're in there. It'd be fun.
See you there. If not, see you next Tuesday.
Thanks, everybody. Take care. We'll see ya.